can't relate to being shanghaied or anything like that. There's nothing in the American history where they got mad about that.
Nothing your average American would remember.
Remember.
Every subject of the crown was
That's a
subjected
fair
to.
point.
Americans are no exception.
Oh, yeah, it was a joke about no one remembering the War of 1812. At least not Americans.
Or history whatsoever. Anyway.
But, yes. Hello, everybody. I'm Andy Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour. And today, we're continuing another episode of Star Trek.
Everybody.
Oh no,
I'm
hold
Springer,
on.
also known as
I'm
Corbinian.
echoing.
This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour.
No,
And
stop.
today-
Long subtitle.
There we go.
A very long subtitle.
I hate all of you. This is Return to Star Trek, Return to the Frontier, aboard the USS Andromeda, although a good chunk of the crew, for no reason that's my fault, are now trapped within a planet. So, yeah, I hope everything's going to be fine, and my character doesn't get trapped in the hole as well. I give it over to the GM.
All right.
So, everybody, I'm the GM still. No, I'm just kidding. No, I've been usurped.
Look at me.
Yeah,
Look at me.
triumvirate
I'm the
thing
GM
right
now.
We've co-console GMs.
We go to A deck, the USS Andromeda.
Which deck do we go to?
A deck.
Down here?
I know we're going to a deck. Which deck is it?
The far right
A
one.
deck. Okay. Okay. I might kick you out of the game if you're doing what I think you're doing.
You almost
I don't know
trapped
what
him
you're
into who's
talking
on
about.
first. You
I don't know what
almost
you're
trapped him
talking
into who's
about.
on first.
I got pretty close.
Where
We're on
we
Alpha deck.
see
Firing squad.
Commander Hidyet of the USS Sirius. He says he looks to Artanen says, "Thank you, Ensign, for getting everybody together.
Yep.
I wanted to come and give you your orders in person. Ensign Aratana has brought me and the other captains up to date, and we have decided to follow a plan that we devised with Commander Oliver, who we agreed would take over command for now of the squadron. We're going to gather our security, engineering, and medical people from the Andromeda, the Sirius, and the Valiant Breaker, and organize them in 2 divisions under myself and Commander Shalin, and we will conduct a search in force to find our missing people. As for most of you, you will some of you will be staying here on the Andromeda. Ensign Aratana will gather those needed to continue the diplomatic side of this mission and choose some of you to stay here to keep an eye on the Andromeda, while the security personnel of the Andromeda will be coming with us on our rescue operation. We're going to have the Neptune stay in orbit so that Commander Oliver can have the full picture of the situation and provide support to any of these objectives that need help. He kind of looks towards Aratana and says, "Any questions, Ensign?"
None for me, sir.
Says, "All right, Ensign Kaufman, you and your team are with me. Ensign Aratana, choose your team and report back into the Neptune hourly with progress."
Aye, sir.
And then him, Kaufman, Kroll, and Shishirin, with the help of Harusk, will beam out. That leaves Artana is the only officer. So everybody kind of stays in formation waiting for the plan from Artana.
So mission-wise, are we still trying to build the subspace thing, or do we need to talk to the locals? Like, are we continuing the original mission?
Yes, you're continuing the original diplomatic objectives of the mission, which includes the ground portion of the communications array and just making contact generally.
Ertana picks up a pad off one of the crates nearby, because was semi at attention anyway.
Sorry, I forgot to mention.
Oh yeah, our prisoner.
Yeah, the commander also mentions that he's gonna have him transferred, so they're gonna transfer the prisoner to the off planet to the Neptune, since they're having to take your security personnel.
Yeah, we don't have the capacity to hold them safely anymore.
So the Neptune's going to be all alone with nothing but NPCs holding that guy?
No, I mean nothing but NPCs. The Neptune has its full crew complement.
Okay, okay. Just seems a pretty dangerous target is all.
He's also not
Whereas
armed
the
anymore.
Andromeda is about to have maybe
true.
2, 3, 4 people, depending on how many Artana takes.
That's true.
All right, folks. Grabs pad, starts drawing up the old mission and meeting path. So the original mission was to get the subspace installation put in, which does require us to go hiking up in through the mountains and to the designated building site. But we have new complications. First off, the original guide that we were sent went with the original away team, so there's going to have to be some contact to reestablish a new one, assuming they want to go with us again. Otherwise, we may have to be prepared to get up there ourselves. We also have a tactical problem where we have unknown number of assailants on the planet that may be part of some Orion attack group, or maybe some sort of rogue group that has been causing problems to the locals, as far as we can tell. So we have to mix a certain level of medical, engineering, and tactical concerns. At this time, I know many of you are more encouraged to look after our fellow crew. That must be set aside from now. That is not our mission. We must focus on the mission we have at hand, and because we need to be thinking about our job will be looking out for the larger concerns of the Federation as opposed to those of our crew. That said, I am looking currently for volunteers on this mission. If I do not get enough volunteers, I'll be honest with you, I will be choosing, but I'd rather have people eager to go rather than ones that I have to drag kicking and screaming. And if that's all of you, then it's all of you. So,
Presence command difficulty 0.
I do not have a thing for this. I'll just roll flat.
It takes a second, but after Senior Chief Kafal kind of sticks her hand up and says, I'll join you. The rest of them kind of look it over and volunteer as well. It seems everybody was kind of ready to make that, but they needed a little push.
Kind of a little thankful nod at Kafal, because like recognizing the chief of the boat is the person who's supposed to be protecting the enlistees. It's like twin generatonic is like, that used to be my job. But I'm the officer now, which so meta-wise, also that's kind of a way of saying that, you know, what do people want to bring along? Who do you want to pick from? Because Aratana's kind of that, like, I'll take who's willing to go, and who's most willing to go.
Okay. I don't want to bring Harask because he's the best option to leave behind if we need an emergency beam out. So sure, I'll activate L. It was Chief Engineman. Yeah, Chief Engineman El Rahman, and he'll say, "You're gonna need an engineer on this job. I'll be the one to install the relay now."
I'll do Corman and Conway will raise up a hand. Don't know exactly what went wrong out there, Ensign, but if there was anything you need a medic for, I'm in.
I'm just getting a feel for.
Actually, I'll start assembling her.
I'm like, who do we have?
Yeah, well,
Well, there are a couple. There are a couple of new
only
names.
have 3 crew support.
Yeah.
So one more. Might I
Yeah.
recommend Suzuki because he has con?
Oh, and is that something we're? Oh yeah, because navigating the.
He's also a Pathfinder, so if you need to make the path yourself, there you go.
Pathfinder. Where's that come from?
It's a focus.
Oh,
It's a focus.
yeah, focus. I was looking at the wrong part of the sheet.
He also has extra vehicular activity, and you know this entire thing will be outside of a vehicle.
I don't think that's what EVA means, but okay.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what I mean.
That's exactly.
Can I take the
Aratana-
focus intra-vehicle activity for everything inside the spaceship?
Exactly.
Okay. I was about to say, like last time, any gear that falls within someone's department is free. So the
Medkit,
beacons are free.
kit.
So the engineer would have an engineering kit. The medical officer would have a medical kit.
Might I recommend another machete for the con officer?
Vibe Machete, yeah.
Actually, buy machete?
No,
Can't spell
Vibe
machete.
Machete.
Oh, vibe machete.
Yeah, Vibe Machete. I can't remember if that's
And you do
Mothership or
have
Traveler, but
the 3 backpacks is you have to pull another to back up communications array out of storage.
I'll grab one of them. And of the 3, who has the of the 3 who has the highest fitness to be lugging the stuff around?
I
Somebody's
have a
got
fitness of 7.
7.
Bro.
And, let's see, so
Uh,
has an 8. So yeah.
8 gets 1.
Yep. So it should be El Rahman, who doesn't carry it.
I said I'd install it. I didn't say anything about carrying it.
Exactly.
So yeah, Conway and Suzuki will be carrying the things. Rope transfer enhancers. Shitty. And I'm the only one with security training, aren't I? Yep. I'm gonna grab a rifle.
That will cost.
I imagine the personal force fields will cost as well.
Yes, body armor I would give for free. But not personal force fields.
We should do both.
You only benefit from one or the other. They don't stack in 2E.
they did change that. They realized what was possible.
Though what would happen if you had a personal force field and a body armor, the force field, if it shut off, you'd have body armor left. So wearing the body armor and the force field is not a terrible idea. It just means we won't have a 5 protection.
But I
What's
mean,
the-
backup still's nice.
Yep.
What's the escalation on a force field?
2. I think we only pay the escalation once, an opportunity multiple
that's
times.
4 total escalation, 2 for the shields, 2 for the rifle.
Yeah.
I understand the idea is this is a combat gear and the nature of wearing it is kind of a statement, but it is kind of funny to say there's an escalation on safety gear. Like I want this force fields to be safe. What do you mean this makes the situation more heightened?
Well, it's like someone walk in and it's like, we're going to a nice diplomatic meeting. Why are you in SWAT gear? I'm being more safe. I mean, I get it, but you don't look like you're here to be friendly.
Yeah, no, it does make sense. It is a little funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pay the all-in threat. I'll hang on to. Well, no, I'll pay one of that in momentum because it's gonna poof here in a second anyway.
No opportunity, just escalation.
Oh, okay. Hey, I won't fight you on it. So I'll have the rifle. I think that's everything. Any requisitions from anybody? I think this should cover most of our bases. We don't want to weigh ourselves down too much.
Conway.
Oh, and the transfer enhancers will be split up among the same people who are carrying.
Oh, hold on. I forgot to. Only Al-Rahman and Suzuki could take a portion of the enhancer without a penalty. No, because you're Vulcan. I'll allow that. Because I was basically doing 3 items with no consequences, but since you have the trait Vulcan, I'll let you do 4 items with no consequence.
That was my hope. And I will, with the audio receiver I have in my ear,
Can I? Oh, I real quick. I'm gonna. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna consider. I haven't factored in the kind of general gear, like the rope and the machete. I'll consider that part of like basically a con or like tactical kit. For one person, like that and any other kind of small items that we think of later.
Okay.
But someone's going to take a penalty for that because everybody's already kind of loaded down, or someone's going to drop something.
I'll take the penalty. I'm the
Okay.
strongest person in the room. So I'm gonna tune my my earpiece to keep an open channel with the basically just general Starfleet channels. So listening into calls that may be coming to the Andromeda, and I would have let our superior officers know that if they want to call the away team, they can easily call the ship, and it gets to my earpiece right away. Like I'll hear it immediately.
Yeah, you're give me control engineering difficulty 2 to set up the advantage that you have a established comms link with the Neptune,
Communication
which is
systems.
kind of the source of all of the control, command and control here. Yes, communication systems.
I'm gonna throw that momentum to buy a die. And does the ship help with communications or computers? The Andromeda.
No, because there's no real reason for you to route through the Andromeda once you get any any distance away. In space terms, you're so close to both the Andromeda and the Neptune. You might as well just connect to the Neptune. So
I'm purposely using the Andromeda because it's going to make my job a lot easier because it'll help with the computations. Is my thought. Plus, it's also my my roll ability. I'm trying to get that into the equation. In the hopes of using it as a relay to get up.
I'll say yes, but I'll raise the diff by 1 because there's not a dedicated. There's no one with comms expertise left to manage this link once you leave. So you're gonna have to. You can't rely on the Neptune's comms officer to keep the link open. You have to do it remote to the Andromeda if any problems come up.
Yep, that's cool with me. Bang, and the ship automatically rolls a 1, so that is 4 hits.
Oh, what's your roll ability?
If I'm assisted by the ship's computers or communications, I do not roll the assist die. The ship's die acts as if it rolled a 1.
Is that just for communications related tasks or for anything?
Anything computers or communications related.
Oh, that's really powerful. That's nice.
All right, and 1 momentum gained.
Yeah. It probably stands there for a second, tapping at a console, double checking the earpiece, and nods and goes, "Okay, I'm tuned in. Get us down, Harusk."
Aye, sir.
A few short seconds later, you materialize together in a dense jungle. Where you are a few kilometers away from the Andromeda, but many kilometers away from the city. And we will change scenes.
Goodbye, Momentum. I hardly knew you.
We go to the dark interior of some foreign place. Oh, Griffin, I never, I asked, Inverni, I didn't ask you. Are you spending 2 to be out? Are you in?
I'm out.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Does that mean she fell in that pit and is lost in the cave right now?
Hold on to that.
Looks like
Y'all
the
should
bad
be able to
guy.
see the map.
Yeah, looks like the bad guy managed to take us prisoner.
Well, I meant if she wasn't going to be here with us.
The armored figure approaches impromptu cell that he has made. He opens the door, rifle leveled, and tosses in a med kit. As most of you are coming to consciousness, you can see he seems to have one arm that doesn't look like it's working. He's got a leg that's looks like he's trying to not put weight on. You can see blood dripping on the floor. He presses the button to close the door, and through the reinforced transparent aluminum door, you see him fall over and start bleeding on the floor.
Ah. So I'm assuming we've been stripped of all of our gear and whatnot?
I will take a insight, command, security, or medicine, your choice, for different types of information. Difficulty 2, because it's you looking around at you and other people.
Okay.
I'll do medicine.
You want to take command, Cap?
Insight command? Is that what it is?
We can do insight, command, security, or medicine to learn different things.
Sure, I'll take command.
Except for the Cap, difficulty is 4.
What's my difficulty?
Your difficulty is 4. Everybody else is only 2.
Why is my difficulty higher?
I guess
Wouldn't you
you
like
want
to
to roll
know?
to find out, wouldn't you?
All right, sure.
I guess I'll go for the
in
security.
focus in diagnostics. That's the closest I got.
Which one did you choose?
Command.
No, I would need something like team leadership or like small unit tactics. Something about command.
Knowledge. Yeah.
Would you have acted Yeoman Heron to assist you with this?
I don't know if we want to activate the assists here because that would limit our assists for your mission.
We're gonna consider them two separate groups. They're not.
All right.
There is a chance, but there's likely these are a part an A plot and a B plot that aren't gonna touch each other.
So then,
Never
yeah,
the twain shall meet.
go ahead. GM, take 3 threat.
I see 1 short with a complication. Any traits that are gonna pull you over?
Advisor
Aaron
lets
is assisting. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying advisor lets you re-roll because I'm
Alright.
helping you.
That's 4 and a comp. You want to take that as threat or comp?
No, that was my reroll. So
Oh, that
that's
was your
4
reroll.
flat.
Okay.
We're still waiting on the reroll.
You get a
The
reroll. Wait, no,
assist.
advisor
Yeah,
gives
yeah,
you
so
a
we're-
reroll for them.
I rerolled. I'm still waiting on the assist from Heron. Excuse me.
Yeah, but where do you get the reroll from?
from Heron. 'Cause I'm
Advisor.
assisting.
Oh, I thought advisor gave them a reroll.
The assistant
No,
character may
advisor helped
re-roll.
them. No, I have advisor and he has advisor. We both have advisor, so he's giving
Okay.
his advisor to me.
Yes.
Sorry, I see the confusion because we both have the same talent. Are you rolling?
Commander Solar's focus.
Yes.
Well, it's captain, but you know.
Such a funny focus.
1 momentum gained.
I love funny focuses.
Anyone else rolling?
Wouldn't be able to. We didn't have momentum at the time.
No. On the from another perspective, from
Oh.
the security or the medical perspective.
I assume, Doctor, you can
But
do
those-
medical
yeah,
and
Yeah, those are separate tasks, though, right?
They are separate tasks.
Okay, I'll do medical, and I'll spend that momentum because that gives me a reroll.
Okay, and you're at div 2.
Div 2. Physician trait.
Yep, that'd knock it down.
Do any of my focuses come into play, like emergency medicine?
Emergency medicine.
Cool, I'll take it. 2 momentum generated.
I'll take one of those momentum and spend it towards did the reading so I can use my science instead of security for an insight science roll.
Okay.
And I take another one for a 3rd die.
Yes. Cautious.
All right.
I am a machine that turns 2 successes into 2 successes and a complication.
1
1 momentum gained.
momentum gained. Solaris, you kind of feel like the world is moving at half speed, but you see Engineman Kithrell is conscious. You see Yeoman Heron is conscious. You notice that your guide Dexa is unconscious. You notice that your medic is unconscious and the engineer and the doctor are both conscious. You can see you're in what looks to be personnel quarters of some kind that have been repurposed. Some access panels have been welded shut. The door controls look to have been like partially removed. You got a transparent aluminum door. You think looking at it, it probably has a magnetic switch that will make it more opaque. Let's see, that'd be your guess from your search and rescue training.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's
You
what you
said
get.
the guide and Sir Oakland are unconscious and Heron is partially conscious. Is that what you said?
No, everybody but the guide and the medic are conscious.
Okay. Okay. For the sake
Uh,
of generating momentum, could I do a rally and talk to
Well,
people? Okay.
let me
Do the
describe what
other.
they.
Okay.
Doctor, you kind of crawl around over everybody and take a look. First, I would like you to describe to me the 2 intensity injury that the engineer has suffered in the explosion.
Oh, the intensity 2.
The intensity 2 injury the engineer suffered.
uh, Lieutenant, looking you over, you appear to have very severe burns upon your right extremities. I should look at this as soon as possible to prevent infection.
So, Revere, you'll get the trait severe burns too. All right. What is the intensity 4 injury that has Corman Shaloden on the edge of life and death?
He walks over to her. Oh dear, and he carefully moves her. She's taken multiple shrapnel wounds here, and here. 4 impact sites along her upper shoulder. This is bad.
She'll get the trait shrapnel wounds 4. What is the intensity 1 minor injury to the head that has knocked the guide unconscious but seems only to be a minor wound?
It would appear minor concussion.
Dexit gains minor concussion 1. You look over Heron. He looks unscathed.
Doctor, is her alien biology going to be a problem when treating a neurological condition like a concussion?
Fortunately, what was the name of the ship? Was it the Zodiac that came? No,
Egypt.
the Egypt. I was about to say it was like either the Cairo or the Egypt. I was able to briefly read over the Egypt's xenobiology logs from their initial contacts. So hopefully it should not be too much of a trouble. Minor alterations to treatment, but nothing beyond my capabilities. Let me just make sure that none of you are in any worse condition than Social in here.
As you move on from the unwounded heron, and you begin examining Soloris, describe the head injury that seems to have impaired the Commodore's responses and seems to have weakened her emotional control.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. I appear to be detecting a minor amount of internal bleeding, not only within the lobe here, but I'm also detecting a minor severance in some of the blood vessels in your inner ear. This will impact your balance, but also may have some negative side effects on your emotional regulation.
Yeah, Soloris, like, it delivers a frown bigger than the frowns you've seen when you've reported casualties to her.
Solaris gains traumatic brain injury too.
TBI too.
And Cathrall seems to mostly be uninjured, minor scrapes, but nothing of immediate concern. Revere,
Mhm.
you can describe the single piece of equipment that was missed in the search of you and your persons.
There's a plasma torch.
And
Yep.
the plasma torch,
Yup.
why was it out of the kit and just how was it missed?
Well, it you had to pay extra for it. It doesn't come with the kit. It was missed because it had fallen out of the kit in the landing. The kit had kind of popped open and it had rolled out. And Revere managed to secret it about his person, kind of, under his fur, because it's not huge, and clothing. And what he did was he jammed it up under his right, under his tunic, under his right elbow, kind of ignoring the pain from the arm that was so badly burned. And the guy, being in no great shape himself, and Revere made a big deal when he started to touch and frisk that side of being in real bad pain, and the guy didn't do a thorough search there.
So you have a bloody plasma torch.
Well, this is better than having no plasma torch.
As you have all taken stock, the guy comes around the corner, kind of looks over his body, kicks it, says, "Hey." And the body doesn't do anything, so he kind of drags it off, and you lose sight of him.
All right, clones.
Or a bunch
Did
of
he
people in
actually
the same
say
armor.
hey? Say hey in a language we understood, or did he just grunt?
Yeah, because if people don't have the communicators, things don't translate automatically.
He grunted.
Oh no, we can't understand each other.
You have some Starfleet training to.
Mhm.
Question is, does Heron understand what he said?
Good question.
Insight
Because I'm assuming they're all
Command?
Orions, so.
difficulty 2.
Focuses don't apply here. Oh. Okay, momentum. Buy a die. Button.
Um, only time Heron's ever heard this word is when people are like jokingly mocking like people from a long time ago, like in the way people now would use um, ye instead of the, right, kind of parodying the past.
Seemed rather casual about his friend. Comments Heron.
Yeah, so Loris turns to him and says, do you believe he was speaking in Orion language?
GM.
Yeah, it was an Orion word.
Yeah, that's
Just a little bit.
old Orion word. I mean, you don't hear it except on the homeworld much. Captain.
He nods her head and says, "Well, at least we might know something about who's kidnapped us. If you look at the design of this ship, the architecture of the walls, and the design of this door mechanism, does it appear Orion to you?"
Heron will try to look around and.
Inside engineering difficulty 3.
I would actually, if I could, I'd like to throw. Hello, scroll. Happening. There we go. My talent never at face value and give you a threat.
What does that do?
Once per scene, I can add a threat to ask Game Master a question about the situation, as if I'd spent momentum to obtain information. It's a Orion species thing.
Okay. Yes. So 1 point of threat.
Yep.
And what's the question?
Is this an Orion ship or facility?
It yeah, looks like something that only an enthusiast or a museum would have, though. You'd guess in the ballpark of 200 years out of date. Maybe if some like edge of the syndicate's merchant was trying to like drag every last ounce of latinum out of it, would have kept it in service till about 100 years ago, but it would cost anyone more to run a ship like this these days than it would ever make them. So
Oh god, we've been kidnapped by the Blue Orions.
This is, well, Captain, this looks like a museum piece. Antique. It's Orion though, but no one, not even the most eccentric
Right
crime
back.
lord would be trying to use something like this. I'm surprised it's even working.
Yeah, she runs her finger like along the wall and notes the dust on it and says, "I'm not quite confident it is running. It is, I am positing the hypothesis that the ship might have been much newer when it landed here, and that they might have been here for quite a long time."
Enough for a legend to manifest.
I has been
Meanwhile, the doctor is tending to Oshalin.
you actually don't have a medical kit. You don't have any supplies or tools.
Uh-oh.
Didn't the first thing the guy fell down do was throw in a medical kit?
Not a Starfleet one. The doctor is going to have to figure it out.
Oh, okay.
And as the doctor goes to do that, I'm going to spend 4 and ask for a control command or fitness command. Fitness command difficulty 2 from Solaris as Revere's incessant tapping of his claws is about to drive you insane.
Jeez, Revere, what a bad
Okay.
habit. Shouldn't do that.
He has to keep him sharp, okay?
Oh god, he's clawing.
I'm just sitting here making biscuits.
Okay, I'm not gonna have a focus in this because I don't have a focus in composure or anything like it.
Should seek out Colinar. Just bring that up.
I don't. Solaris is not a good candidate for Colinar. Solaris is
True.
yeah. A Vulcan would call Solaris temperamental.
You're right, I do. But I figure that's just a
Ouch.
homeworld thing. Maybe you're all temperamental. I don't know. I'm a colonial. What do I know?
Okay,
I
yeah.
guess the trend of calm, collected colonials.
Well, I am compared to
I
them, apparently.
assume I can't use the trait of Vulcan on this because Vulcanness is part of the problem here.
No, Vulcans are entirely capable of having brains not work correctly. So no, it doesn't help when or hurt.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Further your maximum stress behind controlling ways of reduce stress. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting any assists here. So take 1 threat, 2 threat, or sorry, take 3 threat, and I'm gonna roll 4 dice. Oh, hot damn.
3 momentum gained.
Boop, boop, boop.
And
Yeah.
Doctor, oh, go ahead.
The way I narrativize this is that you see her make a face for a second, and then she, breathes out and says, "We cannot idly stand here and dawdle until a rescue comes. I have doubts a rescue will come. Doctor, treat to the wounded. Heron, please try to remember anything you can that could help us here. And Revere, you and I have to examine the door mechanism here. At its age, I am sure there is a weak spot." And then she motions for people to get to work.
Doctor, you can give me
I'm back.
Just in time.
insight medicine difficulty 2 to figure out what's in this medical kit.
Cool. Hang on. Does that take into account my quick study?
You'd have to
When attempting
see.
a task that will involve an unfamiliar practice, technique, or medical procedure. I'd say this is pretty unfamiliar.
Oh, because of the alien, yeah. Oh no, you're doing Shishulin.
Well, we're not doing the procedure yet. We're still trying to figure out what's in this medical kit. Like, what is this?
Oh.
What is this? What is this?
Okay,
Vial
fair
of
enough.
gray goo.
Fair enough.
Hint: it'll kill the planet if you open it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'll try to assist the doctor during this because it's Orion tech. It's ancient, but I might know. I might have seen it in a museum once. That's a
Yeah,
scalp.
Or
I will tell you for free. The kit does not seem to be Orion.
Oh, good.
But
But
bad because you
you
also
could
don't know
use
what
your
it is.
assist to. You could use your assist to help figure out like what it is, because that may help the doctor.
And also, you give him advisor.
No, 'cause
I
not
will
command.
So if you're
Oh,
going that way, your assist would be
I'd assume reason medicine or insight medicine.
well, no, because I'm thinking this is more like a language prompt. You're trying to figure out like what the language is, because that may tell you like what species this kid originated from. Unless if you're trying to help with the actual like medical, like, oh, I think this is this serum or this medicine, then that is medical. But I was debating between reason science or reason command.
I will take reason command in a heartbeat.
And you said insight and medicine for me?
Yes.
Now advisor
Okay.
kicks in.
Difficulty 2?
Yes.
Physician trait?
No, because none of this matches your training.
Cool. Thought I'd at least try it.
Is that a leech in there? I hope that's a leech in there.
Okay. It at least generates my momentum back. But thanks to the fact that you were assisting me,
Oh yeah, you get a bonus thing anyway.
I generate a bonus momentum off of that.
Which you could use to because Heron didn't get a success, I'll allow you to spend that to figure out like what kind of kit this is. But you do have a good idea, even without knowing who made it. You have a pretty good idea of what everything does.
Yeah, because it might not be a general purpose medical kit. It might be some kind of specialty kit or a
veterinary bag. I've meant
yeah,
for people.
right. Yeah, and I'm just gonna have to make do. But
this has been for Tarks. This isn't gonna help me.
So what do you want to use bonus momentum for?
No, that seems like a pretty good. That seems like a pretty good spend, is to determine what exactly have I been given.
Yeah, I'm gonna imagine Heron does make a couple of jokes or something like that, and it's like when Heron mentions a targ, you look down and go, oh, this isn't a cleaning solution. This is Klingon grade medical blood wine.
That's the
Klingon medical
This
kit.
is a far out of date Klingon field surgery kit. Like,
okay,
200 years out of date. Like the Klingons, this is the Klingons have been in space for like 100 years. So they're Enterprise level technology.
is the medicine even good at that point?
Klingons,
Or are we
it
just
totally
dealing with
is.
tools here?
The medicines are all useless, but there are several tools,
yes.
like thermal regenerators and other medical tools that do work.
Turns out Klingon scalpels stay sharp for a long time.
Okay, that's all good and all, but you have to douse her in disinfectant when we come back, because you're going to give her all sorts of illnesses from using these things on her.
It's on disinfectant. That's actually pretty intoxicating.
Yeah, he picks it up. He says, this disinfectant is actually a fairly decent year.
Doctor, not to tell you your job, but I wouldn't suggest drinking it.
I do not plan on it. And he's going to attempt to aid Shoshalin.
So normally this would be inside. This would be daring medicine, difficulty 4. The kit is allowing the task, but it is increasing the diff to 5.
Okay, cool.
Physician will bring that back down to 4.
4, cool. Emergency medicine or surgery.
Surgery for her, definitely.
I'll try to assess that medicine 3, so I'm not. Heron's
okay.
Heron's useful in a medical situation.
And quick study is key. But quick study.
Quick study is helping with her, but not that. Like you are still limited by the kit. There's.
Okay.
you being familiar with how to use the tools doesn't help that you have bad tools.
Okay.
But you're
fair
not
enough.
impacted by her having different biology.
All right. Cool. Yeah. It also does with unfamiliar practices, techniques, or medical procedures. But yeah. No, that's fair. That's totally
No,
reasonable.
you are correct. The procedure is not causing an issue. Because I'm not
It's
counting
the bad
equipment as
tools.
part of the procedure. Yeah.
It's just bad tools.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. That is perfectly reasonable.
No laser scalpel, just a straight up duct tang that's really sharp. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, that's not a scalpel. That's to help them go to Stovacor.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to.
And the blood wine is not there to help sterilize it. It's there to help you get over. You just helped your comrade commit suicide.
Well,
But also can function as a surgical kit if you're dishonorable enough to try to save them.
I mean,
Yep.
I also presume it functions as the anesthetic, considering that's how you used to do anesthesia, is just get drunk enough to not feel it.
Look, even the modern
It's a common
Klingons.
misconception that the blood wine is for the patient. No, the medical blood wine's for the doctor.
Okay.
Look, even modern Klingons would look at this and say, "God, what is this? The Dark Ages?"
They use laser scalpels now. What the hell?
Like,
You actually try to save the warrior.
They have much higher quality standards for blood wine nowadays. There's a whole quality control system.
Yeah, this thing could varnish the side of a ship.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 3 momentum.
No.
Spend my determination on actually no, I'm gonna save my determination. Instead, I'm gonna spend my Starfleet Surgeon's decoration. Drop the difficulty of this by 2.
You're down to diff 2.
And I'm rolling 4 dice, and I have a reroll.
And I'll assist. With reason medicine, I presume? Or
I would take any attribute but fitness, depending on
Okay.
how you see yourself helping. Because I see an argument for all of everything but fitness, basically.
But that also gives me another reroll, doesn't it?
No, because I didn't use command.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Okay. Well, still four successes on a diff 2, so I get 2 momentum back.
2 momentum gained.
And a float.
And you stabilized Dexit. You could bring her to consciousness, or you could leave her unconscious.
Right now, leaving her unconscious.
Okay.
Even though it's only diff 1, this is an unfamiliar. This is someone who's not of the crew, so I want to try to help out the civilian first.
Okay. While you're doing that, we zoom across. Oh yeah, what do you do with the bonus momentum?
Bonus momentum. Actually, would the bonus momentum get her up?
You don't have to spend anything. You just have to
Okay.
say what you want to do.
Then no, I'm not getting her up. She needs to recuperate. Momentum. Anyone have any suggestions?
Maybe 2 spend to 1 and 1 to be familiar enough, being more familiar with the kit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the problem with the kit wasn't familiarity, but datedness.
But like,
Yeah,
like being efficient with it.
Yeah, the problem is the lack that it is insufficient. His familiarity isn't going to overcome that. It just doesn't have good quality medicines or tools.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe spend 2 that there's something in there that could. There's some sort of caffeinated thing in there to help us stay awake while we work. I don't know.
Stim.
If there was ever a time, don't use stimulants, kids, but if there was ever a time to use stimulants.
Oh, he just found something that happens to actually not have an expiry date.
Use stimulants under the direction of your doctor.
It's
That's
instant instant Ractogeno.
Instant Ractogeno.
Just throw the
Claws,
coffee in your
crystals.
mouth, swirl around some medical grade blood wine, and you're good to go.
And are
That
these?
would be
Oh,
amazing disinfectant.
ma-
The
I
best
would
part of
love
waking
to
up
be.
is claws in your
You
cup.
know, in good naval tradition, take an unhealthy amount of stimulants because your service can't meet recruiting goals, so you're doing a 36-hour shift.
I
you
would
just-
love to be crossfaded on Aractogeno and blood wine.
It's a
But
great way to crash your starship into a Chinese freighter.
Or into this primitive planet.
it's-
You know what
Yeah.
happens
true.
now.
Wait, that explains everything.
Dana, what do you want to do, Doc?
yeah, sorry.
Um, no, that was funny.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I might just let that bonus. Oh wait, hang on. I
on.
might be able to just afford that outright because I got an assist on that, didn't I?
Right.
So I also generate a bonus momentum.
No, that is your bonus momentum.
Oh, that is my bonus momentum. I'm sorry. I forgot if your thing also generated bonus
No,
momentum.
The Yoma's not that good.
Yeah.
If you don't have a question, I guess you could let it fade.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let it fade. I don't think we need a stimulant that bad.
Okay, because I was gonna have a lot of fun if you use like a Klingon battle stimulant to hop up the brain injured captain.
Oh, that's so good.
I was just
Yes.
looking at the pile of threat, being like, "Do it."
Look, the see any other character, yes, but my value is don't fly too close to the sun. Like,
So we look at the Commodore and the two engineers as you examine the door. You see a transparent aluminum door whose controls have been removed and its panels welded.
Hmm.
Okay, so how does it open? Does it slide back? Does it is it hinged?
It is a
Does it-
rolling door.
Okay. How long would it take a plasma cutter to cut through it, or plasma torch to cut through it?
Inside engineering diff 1.
Okay. Of course.
Good job.
Comp
God.
or threat, or you gonna use a resource?
Resource captain just throws the captain at it and then makes some guesses.
Yeah,
I will
Well-
I will let you succeed at cost for an additional complication.
I'll use a metal and quash the comp.
Okay. You gonna let the rest of the roll stand, or
I don't have a way to reroll without.
Mhm.
Well, okay. I guess I could
Can't
spend
even
them.
assist.
well,
yeah.
because my question after that is, do you want to succeed at cost for a comp, or just let it fail?
I mean, I guess I could spend a determination to reroll.
It's spending it pretty early.
I say try to succeed at cost because this is important stuff to know.
Or you just start cutting and you'll figure it out eventually.
That's true.
How long does it take? As long as it takes. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll succeed at cost. Fine.
That's how we get spacer. I'm thinking too hard.
On full power, you could probably get a person-sized hole cut out in an hour, but you would all be long dead of from
The fumes.
toxic inhalation. You if you're not gonna get that hot, it's gonna take a lot longer. It's gonna take like 8 hours.
Okay, so where is a weakness in attachment point, hinge point?
Well, it's on rollers, right? If you cut like a line, a bead along like the far left side or far right side, you could just
It's
roll
not.
it.
It's not on rollers. Like the whole door rolls, a la DS9 doors.
Oh.
Mm,
Okay, and you said the panels had been welded together. What did you mean by that?
Like the place the controls used to be, they've been removed, and just a flat
Okay.
metal panel has been welded in its place.
Well, you might be able to cut that off and then get at the controls.
Yeah, that's probably the better bet.
Mm-hmm.
Most doors on Starship have like emergency manual controls somewhere in their thing, right? I know the DS9 doors did.
For space safety, so you can open the door when if the power's off.
I mean, just as kind of a general design thing.
Insight engineering difficulty 2.
Okay, this time I'll give you a threat for bold because, damn it.
That's what you get for being so cautious. Trait that you are known for.
can I assist here?
There we go.
And now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Insight engineering, structural engineering.
No.
You don't get advisor, by the way, if that's how you got that reroll, because this isn't my command.
That was bold.
Okay.
1 momentum gained.
Roger.
You reckon there should be? It should be about 6 inches from the edge of the door, but it would be on the outside of the door. This doesn't look to be like a critical compartment that is expected to be like manned in an emergency. So the emergency controls are going to be on the other side to lock it off rather than to open it up.
Okay.
Look, back in the day, space safety wasn't that good in Orion ships.
They're more
Captain, I think-
interested in like if this area's been hit, shut it off before everybody
Right.
gets sucked out. They're not so in like if people are like dying in here, that's a lesser concern
Yeah.
than the ship just getting vacuumed.
This is why I joined
But
Starfleet.
I will give you and obtain information from succeeding from that. If you wish to spend, I have additional information.
Sure. Do I think by removing the welded over panel that I could probably have a fair chance of jury rigging something to open the door?
I would answer that or give you the information that I thought of, or you could spend 2 to get the answer to both.
Sure, I'll spend 2.
So the additional information from the roll is to cut an arm-sized hole without creating a bunch of toxic fumes. You could probably get done in 2 hours. And then you're just going to have to cut through the panel in front of the emergency override. It's close enough to the door you might be able to do it. Unless you expect it to be there. You don't actually know if it's there, but that's where you'd put it.
Uh-huh.
What if you cut oh, sorry.
I mean, if it takes me an hour to cut a human size hole, it's going to take me 2 hours to cut an arm size hole?
No, the hour is if you are using the plasma torch hot enough to get the human-sized hole done in an hour, you're going to create toxic fumes that are going to kill people. To do it without would take 8 hours, but the arm-sized hole without hurting people would take an hour. The arm-sized hole without and potentially, you might not actually kill people. You might just hurt them at this intensity, but it'd take like 10 minutes if you just went all the way through. It creates some fumes, but you're not sure whether it would be lethal or not because you're not actually cutting that long.
Brainwave I'm having, could you create ventilation through the door? Just a little hole, not a big one, but like a little holes to let the air in this compartment out.
You need a way to push the air or have the air
Yeah.
sucked out. An answer to your question as asked. The wiring is going to be there. It's going to be trivial to cut through the panel. 5 minutes maybe. It's just you don't know what you're going to be looking at. You might be looking at spaghetti that you have no idea what wire does what, or it may be clearly labeled and cleanly put away from when they removed the door panel. So who knows how long it'll take, but it'll probably work.
Right. Captain, it looks like I've got a couple of options. I can take a couple of hours to cut through the transparent aluminum to make a hole large enough to reach around to the emergency controls, and then it's not long to cut through the standard panel to get to those. Or I could cut through the panel here, and I tap on the welded panel, and the wiring should still be there. But as to whether or not it's going to be easy to figure out what connects to what. But I'd say we go with 3 engineers here. I say we go for the wiring. Surely the 3 of us can figure it out.
Agreed. It is also the less conspicuous one to our kidnappers. Doctor, Doctor, can you estimate a time where our 2 unconscious?
That's true.
Doctor, can you estimate a time when our 2 unconscious members will awaken? I do not want to engage in a fight with them down to men.
Understood.
And GM, are there also like actual blankets and cots in here?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So we've got like stuff we could create a primitive kind of bellows to push air out if we needed to, as well as the doctor's wings.
Nods and says yes. Once our
pres-
2 unconscious members are back on their feet, we'll start burning away.
Yeah, and presumably with Shoshalin, I've managed to like staunch the bleeding with like
Mhm.
torn bed rags.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't think we have to worry about fumes if we go through
We're
this
going through the
welded on panel.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
Shaloshalin just had a concussion.
No, Shoshalin was the one with the
Shrapnel.
shrapnel.
No, no, then we did it backwards. That's why the task was so hard. I had you do the task for the shrapnel wounds.
Oh, was that supposed to be was the guide supposed to be the harder one?
No, the guide is supposed to be the easier one with the
Concussion.
concussion, but I got it wrong when you asked to do the task. So I made it. You asked to heal the guide, and I gave you the shrapnel wounds task. So
No, originally I wanted to do the shrapnel wounds task
Because it's the hardest of the 2.
because it was the
so that
hardest of the
was-
2.
Okay, so then you have put Shaloshalin back together. Yeah, the other person
Yeah.
just says okay.
Yep.
Probably wake up Solution if you want extra assistance.
Yeah, I might need it. Now that the captain has said we need people on their feet, okay. Ordinarily I would require more bed rest, but considering the medical needs of the crew, and he's going to wake her up.
Are you waking up Dexa as well?
Oh, can I do so without treating her thing?
To treat her thing would be daring medicine difficulty 1.
I will do that real quick,
Okay.
Well, let's do with it, 'cause
and
why
I will,
not?
and I will suspend a momentum. Emergency medicine focus.
Yes. Oh, and just a reminder, Griffin, I have accepted Griffin not being a conscious part of this episode, so don't be afraid to jump in on a support.
Yep,
when
I was
one
intending
speaks.
on going for a
Okay.
show once she was conscious.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please take that as threat.
Oh, I can make a complication
that-
now that you're bossing me around. No.
right.
That's 2 momentum, or maybe 3 if you accept physician as a trait.
I do, so that is 3 momentum.
Cool.
And a bonus because you were assisted.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Not sure what you're gonna do with it, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's a question. Was I able to determine from any of the... So, there was an explosion? What was the explosion?
That was what blew up the ground underneath us.
Oh, okay.
I would take that question. I would take that to learn information about that.
Yeah.
You detect a mixture of the Klingon hand scanner in the medical kit does detect high explosives, but you don't detect enough residue on the shrapnel that you've removed to suggest that it was primarily designed to kill. After scanning a couple of other compounds, you think the high explosive was supposed to be used to launch a canister full of a neural suppressant gas, and that the canister exploded in the launcher and caused a chain reaction of several of these canisters to cause an explosion that started sending shrapnel. But you think that this was not like a weapon intended to kill, but a weapon intended to. That's why you're you look around. You kind of take the scanner and turn around to the Commodore for a second and confirm her injuries and Dex's injuries less consistent with shock-induced brain injuries and more in line with overconcentration of the neural suppressant, like a toxic amount of the neural suppressant.
See. Captain, I believe I understand now.
Yeah, the captain, who's been quietly conversing with the engineer, turns her head and says, "You finally understand what?"
I understand why these symptoms are so radically inconsistent. Some of them are consistent with a pressurized explosion. The rest of the injuries are as a result of what was exploded, a neurological agent.
You see the captain kind of wince and hold her head for a second and says, "I can only assume that is not a positive development to learn."
No, without the proper chemical facilities, it will be difficult to treat your particular injury, Captain, and likely similar for likely similar for you, Lieutenant, and he points at your singed arm. It's quite likely that those burns were caused when the neurological agent ignited due to the pressure explosion.
Well, then best we get to work to getting out of here and getting to where you have the tools you need.
Yes, there is
Indeed.
no time to lose. We shall begin melting post haste. And
Indeed.
she motions for people
And-
to turn around so Revere can start melting.
We're kind of in the same place, but we're still going to because of the two interlocking doors, we're kind of going to change scenes here. Since one of you is shut off. And we find Inverni, you awaken, and after moving for a second, find yourself restrained on some kind of medical bed. You can turn and see Griffin lying motionless on another one, and it's kind of hazy, but you think you see the commander across a hallway.
Okay. Am I just on the bed, or am I strapped into the bed?
There are restraints, yes.
Oh, that's rude.
How dare.
They actually like well done, or are they the kind of poorly done where I can just touch them?
Fitness, security, difficulty 4, or fitness engineering difficulty 2?
Okay, fitness security is 4, engineering is 2.
Yeah, it's whether or not Inverni knows enough to apply force in the right spot,
Okay.
or
So what's
whether
going to
Inverni's
happen?
strong enough to break it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the fitness engineering role,
Okay.
but I'm going to give you a momentum for doing the reading.
Hey, you've read up on your levers
Yeah.
and
It's now
simple
applied
machines recently.
sciences.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
So normally, right, someone would take a second and think, how do I like get enough leverage with my arm here to like pop this lock open? Inverni is visualizing the lock as a perfectly sphere lock without friction, and wondering whether or not
No air resistance.
no air resistance, no friction.
It's going to work. Don't worry about it. Give you a second one for a third die, and yeah.
Inverni is the guy who
Knocks.
starts every scientific query with ignoring air resistance.
Yes, I didn't change my
Yes.
name, but yes. Oh, look, I made it.
Would a spherical cow help solve this problem somehow?
Maybe it will. It's the future.
That's true.
One momentum gained,
Hooray.
and
Just,
you are able to apply enough pressure to bend a hinge and work it for a couple of minutes until the strap on your left arm releases. And from there, it's just a couple of seconds to undo everything else.
Okay, lovely. Great. Headache.
But I'm going to spend...
Oh. Oh. Thanks, guys.
Isn't giving threat fun?
I haven't given any threat yet.
Yeah.
You didn't counter it though, so you didn't protest its spend, so you're liable.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's just hit you with a full 6. I can take it.
No, hold on.
Oh, there's more.
Creating hazards are expensive.
Oh my god.
No, this is a reversal. It's 2 momentum for. You hear heavy bootsteps coming down the corridor, and you're certain it's not someone who's friendly.
Oh. Oh.
The Minister of the Federation. The worst.
So I'm in a medical bed. This is very clearly. I mean, I'm guessing drugged. I'm guessing drugged.
You don't feel any less alert now that you've woken
Okay.
up.
Okay. Never mind. I was gonna say if that was the case, then there might be some drugs that I'll just grab a needle, hide in the corner.
You
There
still
is
project-
medical
We-
equipment
we
laying around in here, but you're not a medical officer, so I didn't describe any of it.
Yeah. What we'll do instead is wing it. We'll improvise, and we'll look like we're still restrained, and we'll make it look like we're still restrained in the bed. We'll do our best to just mock it.
Daring security difficulty 2.
Okay. Derek's even worse.
Good job.
Don't worry, I'm giving you 2 momentum because I've definitely read some spy books.
All right.
All right, Bashir.
Difficulty 2, you said?
I did.
I'm giving a momentum as well.
Ba-doop, boop.
None of those would apply, but I get a thing. It's fine.
I mean, you hit it.
Complication or threat?
Yeah, perfect.
You can have threat. I took the
Okay.
complications last time.
And look out.
That wasn't me though.
No, it was.
signed off
I
on
took
it,
the
though.
complications with you.
Oh, okay.
The party's always at fault.
The Orion comes back, kind of looks towards the Commodore's party, raises a rifle and says, "Back away from the door."
What does he say that in?
Y'all don't understand it, but Haran does.
Yeah, he wants us away from the door.
Think we should cooperate?
Yes. She is going to motion quickly for Revere to hide the welder, and then we're going to stand back away from the door.
Right.
Do you want that to be a roll, or can we do that?
It is now. Daring. Con. Difficulty 2 to swiftly hide the torch and in any evidence of any of the work you've started to do.
Okay.
Are assists available on this?
Yep.
Okay. Can I assist
Here's-
him with command by ordering him to do this? By,
I
yelling?
Yeah, I would
Well,
think
I wouldn't
more
yell.
of like you drawing attention.
Yeah, okay. So we'll say that she was spotting and you get an extra second because she said he's coming, hide it now.
Okay.
Yeah, if you need a place to hide it, my medical kit is
That
a
was
place
not
where
what I thought you
probably
were going to
throw-
say.
No.
My cloaca.
You just had to say we all thought it, but you were the one who said it.
I mean,
I just
okay, it is-
insinuated.
it's not human, so I guess it takes a little to sting, but I guess technically that's still kind of a very risque thing to say. Bird terms. Rated R in bird terms.
Okay. Here's a weird one.
No.
Uh,
No.
Speaking of
Like-
weird body parts.
Do I need to put in a new
Finish the
tag?
roll.
Please tell me in advance.
could
What
Could
does
I get a
Bezos
free hit?
stand on bird porn?
Could I get a free hit for prehensile tail?
Not from the doctor.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, gods in heaven.
I hate this.
Hey, you're the bird. You did this to yourself.
I said put it in my medical kit.
Hey, your slaying on your homeworld's your business, all right?
All right. Okay, I'll spend the momentum for a third die. I don't think I have anything that's going to.
My feathered furry
Help
friends would be
here.
very annoyed with me right now, but anyway.
You are getting-
I was thinking two guys at the water cooler, and one saying, her medical kit is fully stocked, if you know what I mean.
Jesus Christ.
So there's
Revere.
two.
Revere, you get a free reroll from my advisor.
I go. So
I
I
think
get
the answer is
another.
no. I don't know what you mean. What the hell?
Oh, thanks, Cap. So
He's
that's a total
talking
of
about his
4.
wife, who's a doctor.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Nature's pocket.
Right.
Well,
Four momentum. Actually, 2 momentum gained. As y'all step away from the door, he kind of turns and opens and closes this door as he walks in.
Sorry, I just had someone talk to me. Hi.
Dude just walked in.
No, hi. Yes. Well, there's nothing weird happening here. Tee.
I gain a threat.
Fuck.
Do you?
Comes and looks over and says, "Damn amateur. No wonder they killed him." And he straps you back in. He turns back around and looking over Griffin and says, actually, there's no one in this room who understands this language. I
No.
understand. I will take a daring engineering difficulty 5 if desired to try to you've already got the panel for the door open, but you can try to override the local comm system and connect the 2 rooms, but you have almost no time because you have to do this after he's already gone into this room. But if you take too long, like, you won't learn anything.
How did we hear him through the door?
That's what I'm saying. You're like
No,
going
like when
over
he pointed the
here.
gun at us, I just realized. How did we hear him then?
Oh, because he activated the comms.
Okay, that I didn't. Okay.
He has exterior control of the comms that you don't. It's part of the door controls. This task is if Revere wants to try to link the comms of this entire area. On y'all's suggestion, but the task is optional.
Okay, what is the task?
Daring engineering difficulty 5 because you have a lot of time pressure. Like, you have to open the panel and basically guess the right wires and take a chance.
Do you want me to? I mean, basically, I can pull out the big guns. I probably pull this task off, but then my big guns are probably done for when actually trying to open the door.
Yeah, we're better off probably waiting for saving your guns for the door, I would think. Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm going.
Unless Captain
All
really
right.
wants to connect the rooms.
Back in the other room, Inverni, there's no reason you would know any kind of Orion, is there?
Do we really know where Inferni's loyalty lie?
Oh no.
Maybe he's on the take.
With the Romulan Star Empire, which has no allegiance to the Orions.
Yeah. Right.
So Inverni, you hear him speaking in a language you don't understand, but with his back to you, you can see out of the corner of your eye, he is manipulating a computer control panel and starting to hook up implements and wires to Griffin.
Oh. Yeah, that's less than ideal.
They're gonna make you a super soldier.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm rebound to the chair.
Yes.
Oh no, maybe this is. Wait, what if this is how he clones himself?
That's exactly
But
what
the
I'm thinking.
hinge is already bent, so it's only difficulty 1 fitness security to get out this time.
Yeah. And then he's trained to fight, and I'm not.
Yeah, that's something you're going to have to get an answer to on your own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bang on the glass and make a rude Orion gesture at him, trying to distract him or get him away from her. He can't hear me, but he can certainly hear me banging on, gesturing at him.
This will be your presence command against his insight command. Basically, does he know you're trying to grab his attention, or is he just annoyed that you're doing something? And
he's the defender, I believe, so I get to see what he does.
yeah, you are the attacker. He will spend 3. For 2 successes.
I'll give you a threat and spend 2 momentum to buy 3. Buy 3. To buy 2 dice. None of his focus makes sense here. Hey! That was luck.
Inverni, you hear angry words, and he leaves. He pulls up the rifle in one arm, and touches the controls for the door, and says, only 3 of you are needed for a good hunt. Say it again.
Is this where I break out again?
Well,
Your
we'd
mother's
wanna
a
hear
terrible
from Karen
dancer.
first. Who's sorry?
Sorry.
I'll take Karen's answer again because he's the one who's staring death in the face.
Your mother's a terrible dancer.
Okay.
And then I
So we're
make
doing
weird
this.
gestures with my hips, showing that she's really bad at dancing.
I'm sure that's exactly what you said. That's what's gotten this guy.
Well, I'm also implying something else, that he's illegitimate. So it's very rude.
Yeah, there's on
Man,
a
that's
rhyme
a solid insult.
saying dancing has two meanings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good insult for
Ma-
Orions.
Come here,
Commander
buddy.
Solaris. Commander Solaris is just like looking surprised, but she hopes you have enough of a plan that you're going somewhere with this.
There's a distinct look over that guy's shoulder in hopes and prayer that his XO can save him. Or at least save the
Yeah.
pilot.
Yeah.
I guess in a sense, then we're going into an initiative, and he's going to go first unless there are any abilities that could change that.
Fortunately, I'm unconscious.
Yeah, I was going to say that ability's unconscious on the table.
Can you
Yeah.
seize the initiative to keep snoozing?
No hesitation. Okay, your first turn is what? I stay unconscious. Okay, so back to my turn.
okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
pretty good.
I have to say no to that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you can say
That's
yes. It's
pretty
free
good.
resource. Like, go ahead.
Also,
you
I'm
do
not
nothing.
narratively present.
Yeah.
So.
She's the only one who can act. That'd be funny. I suppose I see what you mean. Yeah, no, it's probably him. Hey, it's not my fault his mother doesn't know the cha-cha. And he knows what
You
I
shut
mean.
up. She could cha-cha real smooth.
Wow.
Nah, she's more a soldier boy, really.
Oh,
Yes, these are all of the songs that we did gym to for some reason.
I think people might be need to look into your gym teacher.
Hey, look, it's good. It's good cardio. It's like jazzercise. Except better music.
Yeah, the classic. Oh no, the classic Klingon song, Cotton Eye Joe.
Get away with you. Get away with you.
Horrible. Terrible.
Uh,
Feel bad.
I mean, normally what he says is far worse in terms of humor than that. That was
yeah, that was, in a way,
actually
that was
worth a
solid.
clap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
That
was
was
solid.
groan-worthy and terrible.
compared to what he normally does.
Come at me, you dancer.
Come at me, you dancer! Jesus Christ!
All right.
Do you need me to throw you a latinum first, or?
You
God
really want me to
damn.
shoot you.
He just
I'm
keeps going.
starting to get insulted as the GM. Wait a second.
You're just.
Um, you know what? I've been insulted enough. 2 dice to see we hit.
He does
Very
have to
good.
open the door.
Oh, the door was. I said he opened the door.
Oh, he did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I said.
if I'm still standing, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's why I said an initiative. If
If you're still alive after this.
Oh my God!
You only-
Jesus.
Okay.
It's okay. We're okay.
so 5 threat gained.
What the hell?
It was,
And I believe that means you've been hit
Mhm.
by an intensity.
4, I believe. If he's using the same
4.
weapon.
Yeah, an intensity 4 weapon. And he won't spend off the table, but he'll add the 5 from there on intense to make this an intensity 9.
Well,
Oh,
good
sorry.
luck.
You said 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thud.
Um,
I don't have enough stress to take it.
Yep.
And here's me wishing there were any rules out of either edition to govern when it's appropriate to vaporize.
Well, if he shot to kill, I'm dead, right?
A lethal injury, I think.
Yeah, the question is, sometimes, especially with supporting characters and NPCs, sometimes you get till the end of the scene, and sometimes you're vaporized in a way you normally wouldn't do with player characters or like major NPCs.
First edition, it was just GM's discretion if you thought it was.
I'm gonna in that line. What I'll do is I will spend for an additional complication to represent that. Crewman Harin is hit by a stream of high energy particles and is vaporized from the torso out.
Put him in the rip section.
Yep.
That focus of Commander Solaris didn't help him in the end.
He is going to swift task.
Oh, god damn it.
Jesus Christ. Thanks, Aaron. You started the fight and then died to leave us to pick up the pieces.
Hey, I wasn't standing there watching our fellow crewmen get butchered, so.
There goes the translator.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
A little bit. He will use the value patience as a virtue, because he does want to kill you, but he wants it to be a fun hunt. And he is going to shout, or not going to shout, he's going to say in a language actually none of you understand, something.
Wait, we don't even have our translator.
He's going to calmly say something with the phaser leveled, and he looks like he's waiting for a response. I'm going to make this an increased difficulty on his side. So you're going to be the defender. Essentially, he's trying to cow you into not acting in this initiative, letting this initiative pass. He's going to have an increased difficulty of whatever your final roll is. He'll have one. He won't have to meet you. He'll have to beat you by one, because you don't understand what he's saying. You have to go off of his tone and the fact that there's a phaser.
Plus, he's got another additional difficulty because he's swifting.
He is swifting, so he'd have to beat you by 2. But you're the defender, so one of you needs to, like, whoever's kind of the most willing to resist, the most willing to jump into action, that person would need to take the lead here, and the rest could assist if desired.
Where are you the one with the highest security now?
I've got a 2.
This is presence command.
Okay, then sure. Then I will stand up because he's just killed one of my crew, and I will.
You
yeah.
do have an untreated traumatic brain injury, which is going to increase the diff by 2 on you.
Okay, which brings the difficulty or logic removes
gives
the
it
hit
flat.
from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although he is going to use, I've already signaled he will use determination.
Okay. Unless someone else wants to go, I'll do it because I have the best presence command.
Do it.
Because I have a really desperate action I could try, because I have this thing that cuts through things really easily. But this game isn't really designed for like an assassin hit. But
you just have to be willing to spend enough resource. Intense. You need enough momentum because I think intense is doesn't allow threat spins.
Yeah.
But that's what he did. He earned enough momentum off of the roll and he had the right kind of weapon, so he could do a one-hit kill.
Right. I was just thinking if I can get close enough, jab him with the
Mhm.
plasma torch, and then like basically, dump all of its energy into its blade and just gank him.
Yeah, you're looking at an improvised weapon, which is all you're probably going to be doing like 2
Mhm.
intensity if you hit, and then
Deadly likely.
yeah, 2 deadly. But you do know he has armor, and it doesn't have intense, so even for a kind of a
I would argue that it has penetration,
Yeah, that's
Piercing.
what I was gonna say.
piercing. Yeah,
um
because I mean it's
literally meant to cut through like heavy material.
yeah.
I might be convinced, but I was going to bring up
'Cause
the fact that the weakest he could possibly be would require you to spend 12 momentum to kill him outright.
Yeah.
That I was trying to highlight that math. It definitely you could do this. It's just a matter of momentum because you don't have an intense weapon.
Right. And that's a hell of a hill to climb. Um,
And you can't use threat for that. It has to be.
Yeah, it's not an
Right.
immediate spend. It's repeatable. You need a bunch of momentum for it.
I mean, I'm willing to go for it. I've got some tricks I can pull out of my sleeve, but
Well, it is a
Better thought.
That'd be an after this. 'cause
regardless,
this is
regardless,
Swift does.
he's on a Swift. It is his action that is forcing
right.
The talk down, yeah.
the talk down. So whether or not y'all fight back kind of requires whoever's the most willing to resist among you to succeed here.
Well,
Like,
but does
if
that eat our
Inverni was in
answer?
there, he could instead of the captain because the captain's injured. But he's not in there, so it doesn't really make sense.
Does it eat our action if we
No,
defend?
because this is his action forcing this.
So this is an opposed trait, and I'm the defender.
Yes.
Vulcans are not easily subject to intimidation. I don't. I
It'll
think
counter
too
one
rationally.
of your points of
Okay.
injury.
Respected Starfleet officer, my crew knows to listen to me and not him.
He doesn't know what Starfleet is.
But
Commanding presence.
Starfleet. He's older than Starfleet is.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Sorry.
so am I, buddy. Commanding presence. I give the orders around here, not you.
Yes.
So that means I'm back to flat.
You're 2 ahead of him right now.
Oh, weren't these both countered by my brain injury? So I'm back to flat.
Yeah, but he had Swift Task and language barrier.
Okay. A focus in diplomacy. It's the best
No,
I've got. All
because
right.
you're not trying to be diplomatic.
Okay, and here's a question. So if I crossed out a value and replace it with a new one, I assume I cannot call back to the previous value, right? This is a new value, so the old ones no longer count.
You can call back. I can't remember if it works both ways or just one of the ways. I'm double checking.
Thank you.
Yes, because technically your new value was created in that adventure. So you can't call back to anyone that used that you can't call back to any episode that used the old value. You can call back to the episode you rewrote the value you want to use in.
Yeah.
So whatever episode caused you to make this new value, you could call back to that.
Okay. This was Enigma Continued, I believe, where I had to cross it out to gain determination to survive because I was no longer relying. The value I had was I expect the best from my crew, and I replaced it with leads from the front, and
Yes.
because
Yes.
okay, excellent. So okay, so first of all, that means I'm getting an arc, and obviously leads from the front is important here because, or I assume I can use that here because I am currently leading my crew from the front lines.
Yes.
Okay, and so take 1 momentum, 2 threat, 1 momentum, 5 threat, rolling 4 plus 2. So that is 3 plus 2 plus 2 is 7.
Well, we'd count that as. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because that's the difficulty number he has to hit.
All right, he will spend patience as a virtue. We'll spend 6 threat.
Yeah, I encourage you to encourage him to use up that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
This should be off of his sheet.
Use up his personal threat.
Actually,
That's still good.
a total of 9 total because spend to use determination.
Yeah. Oh, one too many dice anyway.
You are correct. 1 too many dice.
Oh, I don't think he managed to do what he was doing.
It passes to y'all.
Momentum
You
generated.
have no additional difficulty imposed on you to act.
We get 6 momentum from that.
Yes.
-2 because he did determination.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So my original idea is not going to work, I think, because it would be a daring security task, and I think that's going to make that 12 momentum hill too high to climb, going up against him in daring. But I have another plan.
Would you be able to argue for engineering because you're using an engineering tool?
Well, what I'm wondering
No,
is,
it's
while
used
he's busy staring down the captain, and everybody's kind of shocked and probably moving around a little bit from the sudden death, can I reroute, since I'm already in the panel, can I reroute the power? Can I literally use reroute power to dump a shit ton of overload power into the controls on his side so that when he goes to close the door, he gets mega zapped?
You would have a high difficulty because you don't know what does what. You didn't have time
Right,
to figure out what does what.
right.
So
Figured that.
actually what I will probably do, I will not increase the difficulty that way. I will give you the difficulty to do it as if you did know, and then I will tell you that as a 25%, you have a 25% chance of guessing right.
Okay, how's that going to work mechanically?
Yeah, because that's
I'm
not a
gonna roll it.
2d20 thing.
It's a what?
It's not
Yeah,
a 2d20 thing, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
I would caution against doing that at all. That feels like a trap.
Yeah, the weird thing is that what you're asking to do is not difficult. It's just no way for you to know if you did the right thing until it happens.
Well, okay. But I would argue that it would actually be easier to reroute the power than it would to figure out the exact controls for the door. Because, I mean, it's a lot easier to get, to do that than to do the technical specifics of, okay, it's this wire and this wire that activates that and whoosh. But, I'm
You
just
kind of
pumping a
have to
bunch.
identify where the power is flowing, which you should be
Right.
able to do.
The suggestion I might have to account for the uncertainty of it is just up the complication, even if it's all the way up to 5, just to go, there's just so much, it is so
That's-
easy
yeah,
to screw
that-
things up.
That's a better, yeah, and almost actually achieves what I was doing anyways. I'll do it that way. Yeah, I will give you control or daring engineering diff 3, and the complication range will be 5 because you have no idea what any of the panel does.
Okay.
You're just
So
assuming this looks like what an NX class used to
right.
change power. So let's try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, spend a determination on the value. I've got to figure this out. Okay. I'm going to call back to the last time I built a jury rig thing because that's kind of what I'm doing. Like the last one was building a jury rig sensor way back in World of Strive.
Is that the episode? That's the episode you're calling back to?
Yeah. Will that work?
Yes, if it was about jury rigging.
Yeah, it was. Now, here's the weirder question. That episode was a callback to a previous episode. I mean, that episode I earned an arc, but I have not called back to that log yet. So
you're only gonna you'd gain a milestone.
okay, that's fine. I just didn't know if I was able to call back to it. So
yeah, you're able
Yeah.
to call back to it, but it's separate from the old chain. It's now you're calling back. There's no difference between calling back to something that got you an arc and something that's never been called back to before.
okay. So let's do. We've got that. Now, what about innovative engineer as a trait?
I'll take that.
Okay. Electroplasma systems or jury rigging.
As a focus, either would work.
Okay, so we got the focus. And this is going to be daring engineering. Let's see what else I can throw at this. I think that would help.
And are you spending a determination or just calling back at this time?
Spending a determination and calling back to that.
See, I could XO power, but I don't know if you want me to spend the 2 momentum to do that. I don't need to know if I can because I'm in a different room technically.
You're not using the determination that's coming from the callback, right?
No, I'm just spending a
Okay.
determination I have, and then I'm
Okay.
calling back to get the milestone. Yeah,
And you get a point of determination. Yeah.
yeah, but I can't use it on this roll.
Yeah. I'm just asking if you want the XO power to get
Another
that
one.
you
Right.
spent back, so you'd have 2 still in the bank, or if you just want the momentum, because that could just
Right.
be useful for you.
Okay, I'm just reading up. Okay.
Hate to point it out, but it would require you to be able to communicate with him.
Ah, yes, okay. There is the flaw in the plan.
Bernie
Yeah.
can communicate
Oh yeah, the doors
there's
are open.
only one. There's only one door.
His door's closed.
Oh, no, these
Oh
are.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you're still strapped in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you weren't strapped in, I would
Hand
Check out the
gestures.
show wheel his toes. Toe
yeah, call
side.
it trivial, but
All right.
It's just a toe wiggle.
Okay. So, and then I'm going to, let's see, that's going to be for a full minute would be 6. So 4 and 2, 4 momentum, 2.
3, 4.
okay.
Whoops.
Okay.
There we go.
And I think that's, I don't think I can really throw anything else at it, but that's pretty good. So we're looking also at a free hit. Okay, I do get a reroll with bold. There we go. That's 11 hits, including the free hit from the trait.
So that's 9 momentum.
I thought it was a diff 2 or diff
was-
3.
It was diff 3. Sorry,
Yeah,
diff
okay.
3. Yeah. So
Yep. And I did have my
Hey.
complication set at 5. So
yeah.
Eat. Let's float.
Was this like a reroute power task, basically? Or was this something different?
Not via the talent, no. I mean,
Oh, well, it's worth a shot.
You did shunt power. You did not use the reroute power
Right.
mechanic.
Okay, that's fair enough. So I am going to spend the 2 float to create the trait on that booby trap, I guess I've set, of intense. And then I'll spend 2 more to go intense 2.
I could let you increase the intensity, but not give it the intense quality because it's not an attack you're making.
Okay. So
But
yeah,
I would allow you to
Severity.
increase it from a right now I'm setting it at a as a unweaponized electric shock. I'm putting it in intensity 2, so you could increase that intensity.
okay.
1 for 2 momentum, repeatable.
Okay. So, but I can do that after the damage has been. Yeah.
No,
I can
you'd want to do that now.
Okay.
This is not spending to up the damage after the attack. This is spending to make the bomb better.
Okay.
Increase the
So
severity.
okay, but the
severity
first
is the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
increasing the severity, not the resulting damage right
Right.
now.
So the first thing I'm going to spend 2 on though is to create the trait of door jammed open when it goes off. So
I'll take that.
yeah. And then I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to spend all 6 to increase the intensity by 3.
Fair, yeah.
Severity 5 is no joke. That sucks. Even with armor, that's scary. That is a Type 3 rifle shooting you.
And I'll give you a threat for deadly because fuck this guy.
Okay. It's turned from an electric discharge to a discharge of plasma.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna set you on fire. Come here.
I'm just going to plug this electroplasma conduit right into this thing.
All right. Revere's turn ends.
Friendlies can keep for free because of the cap.
Yes. You can keep for free because there's no other hostiles.
Oh, that's
in
too.
scene
Yeah.
right now.
Sorry, my brain was in a different game.
Unfortunately, we kind of want him to go so he will take the injury.
You can declare that you're passing.
Or
Yeah,
prepare
do we
to
all
attack
want to
him.
pass? Yeah, all right. Sure.
Prepare to jump him once the door stays open.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Who's passing and who's preparing?
Yeah. I would like to dispense the determination I got from my callback to get the talent of nerve pinch, and then
Huh.
I want to declare that I am waiting to nerve pinch him when he gets shocked.
Free insight, security, difficulty, 4 because of your injury. It would normally be only diff 2, but
Is
you-
his armor going to or make this difficult?
that's not what I.
Okay.
That's not it.
You said 4. All right, 3.
Oh. I think I know what he's thinking. I can't say.
Here, take a full minute.
So okay, so there's 1 momentum gained. So I think y'all might have. I have to clarify that y'all learned what I had originally intended, and that I'm not about to bamboozle you. So, did y'all learn that? Did y'all shoot at him? And when y'all shot at him, what were you told? And this might be just an question for Corvinian to answer.
Don't remember.
When they shot at him, his armor peeled. It was obvious that armor was saving him to some degree. He was taking less damage. That's all I really said. And then when he went down, he was dying, and then they saved him.
Well, he went down from machete attacks, right?
Yeah, a deadly machete attack. He was being stun shot before then, but the armor was just kind of soaking some of it. Not as much, but soaking some.
So maybe it's
Okay,
like
so that's the question I needed to clarify, because I didn't want to bamboozle. He has the talent invulnerable. He has a specific weakness, but I think we had talked about maybe you do that, maybe you don't.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much you leaned into that. You did. You gave him a stress rating, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I just gave him a really high one. Higher than he should have.
Okay, can you send that number to me?
It's what's on the sheet. It's remember how it wasn't adjusted before? I just used the larger number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see how you. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does this mean?
But okay. So I was about to tell you that you're pretty certain this isn't going to do anything, but because we had 2 GMs last week who planned and then executed differently, that is not true. You do expect his armor to help, but you expect it's still going to hurt. You don't know how much his armor is going to help, but it's not going to like completely save him.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot.
That was that. That was
I was just prepping.
That was not what I was going to tell you. That was just me clarifying, since you succeeded at the roll, and kind of giving you a free information spin. There was something. Oh, the reason I had you roll, the reason it was insight security, his hand, you're seeing his hand rising up like he's going to hit the button, but his fingers also tightening around the trigger. You think he's going to shoot again and then close the door.
Fuck. Okay.
But Revere wasn't so concerned with what he was doing. That's why you're the one to notice.
Okay. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. I still am going to try to do what I was going to do. Do I get a momentum off of that? Considering I.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's recorded.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if. Okay, we were on the other one.
Okay. Any of the activated supports or Revere going in on the attack, or are y'all just passing?
Or taking cover.
I mean, I've used my
There
turn,
is
haven't I?
not really effective cover.
Just hug this wall, hug this corner.
Oh.
That's the only cover, really.
I mean, I've
Yeah,
used my turn though, right?
From an energy weapon, I don't. In this small quarters, I might allow one person to take cover,
Yeah.
but that would be on the attack. You don't do that early, I don't think. Don't you?
Oh yeah, it's in reaction. Yeah. So if someone declares
it's
cover,
during
then
the attack,
yeah,
you can say that I went for cover.
you're right. Yeah. Because we're in zones, not squares.
Yeah.
Sorry, we talked over you there, Revere.
I was just saying I don't think I can get in on the attack because I've already used my action
That is
by
correct.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Doc just passing or preparing?
You're muted if you've talked, Doctor. And Griffin for Shalodin. You're also muted.
Shalon is BRB'd, but will be trying to attack when she can.
Okay, so she's okay.
Doctor, are you there, Doctor? Doctor.
All right. We're assuming the doctor and the other engineer are passing.
Doctor says he's back, but he's not answering.
He's pretending.
He's a,
All right,
he's a
I'm
twat
back.
waffle.
Yeah,
Twat
we
waffle.
knew you're gonna jump in on the attack. Inverni.
Is it obvious to Shoshalin that he's going to attack, or is that just a thing the captain knows?
No, the captain's because the captain stood up and got in front of all of you. The captain's got like a front row seat. For you, you
Okay.
just kind of see him more generally.
Cool.
But you can still declare that you're gonna attack. I mean, he did just vaporize one of your crew members.
Yeah, she's going to attack.
Inverni.
She's an Andorian and she's got security 3.
The round goes to you, Inverni.
Yeah, okay. So someone just got vaporized. That's less than ideal. We're gonna wiggle out of this again.
All right. Fitness fitness engineering diff 1.
'Cause if I know anything about this crew, is they're about to do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, the yeoman took all of the subterfuge out of this and just put all the cards on the table. And hopefully y'all have a good hand. The yeoman did not.
We'll
So y'all
see.
might have a good hand.
Well,
I did everything
his
I tried.
hand
I
was not
could.
dealing with this anymore. Like,
Well, the hand was he thought his fellow crewman was going to be murdered. And it's like, I need to buy time.
Yeah.
I need to do something, or she's going to die. So I need to try to stop him.
It was a noble
Makes
thing.
sense.
No,
yeah.
it definitely changed the situation up, but it didn't work out for him specifically.
No. Yeah, he took way more damage than I thought he was going to. It's like, he'll survive at least a hit. It's like, nah, too much damage. He's pissed off enough. Well.
Yeah, I don't like to dump that much straight from the pool, but when it comes off of the roll, that's kind of a
It's
sign.
a good reason to do it.
Yeah.
It's an intense weapon anyway, I think. So it hits. It's easy to spend into.
We will spend a momentum. I thought about doing a threat, but I would rather him not have more threat.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was just the thought. There was. That is a yike.
There is.
I do believe.
You do break out.
Oh right, yes. Never mind. I made
It's
it a lot
already
easier.
bent. Yeah.
Well, it was
Haha.
fitness engineering, but I assume
Oh, sorry. I just misheard through what
your
was being.
engineering's not a 5.
No.
Okay.
No, it's a 1.
Okay.
Haha, free again. He will never suspect.
Do you move anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, we'd be trying to find something that can be. I mean, the door's still closed, but we'd want to try and find something small and potentially usable.
Lethal?
Uh,
Something that looks like a weapon?
yes, ideally not lethal, but if that's
Okay.
what there is, then that's what there is.
You've already used your roll, so you can grab something off of the medical tray, or you can wait around and take your task next time to find a good one.
Yeah, do we have directives? Like,
They're
is it
the
just
same as
for us,
last
like,
week.
okay.
Yeah.
And
I
maybe
wasn't sure if there was
escape?
any like.
You have the directive to escape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to ask about because like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door's still closed. I am the one that potentially has time, so I'll actually spend the time to look next round, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because if anyone's going to open the door, it's going to be next round when someone opens the door for me.
I have time because he can't shoot me right now. Let's let them deal with the situation while I find which of these is a good weapon.
Yes.
Yep.
Because if he's got a proper thing to use or a proper thing to hand someone else to use when someone opens the door for him next round, he has contributed
All right.
in a meaningful
We
way.
go to the top of the round. Y'all went last, so he goes first.
Wait. Joshua never got to act.
We were saying everybody was saying that the engineer set up a bomb. If he tries to close the door, he's going to get zapped. The captain said that she was going to hold and attack him once he got zapped.
Because it's also got it'll also jam the door open.
I interpreted your message that you would attack when you can as joining in with the captain rather than attacking early. But you can change that now because it would not have changed the turn order. You could say you went last, but you would need to say that now.
Well, I had an idea.
Captain hasn't said anything.
It would involve threat dumping.
Hey, if you think it'll win.
I'll put that to the table. Well,
I mean, hey, you do
Go
your
for
thing
it.
with a threat dump. If you don't do your thing with a threat dump, maybe he does something with a threat dump.
exactly.
Everybody does something with a threat dump.
So
if you do it for more than 6 hours, you need a doctor.
The termination spend towards the mission directive of escape and get the Ushan as a talent. Obviously, that wouldn't confer having on Ushan right now because that would be.
I was about to say.
We'll
accept
but it would
talent,
confer
but
the
not
other benefits of the talent, which involves being able to re-roll all melee.
I will say, you know what? I'll say for free. This Ushan that we haven't seen of Shalodin's before. It's tied on his utility belt.
Oh, I could go for it.
Yeah.
Once
I
he's
was saying
dead,
you just take a knife out of the medical thing, but
Is there a knife in the medical toolkit?
No, there's not anything.
What?
I mean, there
Hang
are
on.
tools.
On
but
medical kit though.
There's like a primitive laser scalpel.
Okay.
But it's not going to be of use against his armor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you have a couple hours, you could get him drunk on the antiseptic Klingon wine.
Couple of hours? What weak ass Klingon wine is this?
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
You have to talk him down and get him to drink with you.
Doctor on board the Maymock had better wine than that.
That is like centuries in the future.
Temporarily going to buy the Ushan, which allows you to re-roll all dice on melee attacks or defenses. As long as you bought threat. As long as you bought them with threat.
The trick I'll point out to you is that your severity can only be increased by 2 momentum per 1.
Yes. That's why I'm considering going for the knife on the belt first.
Oh, like grab the knife and then attack him as a swift?
Yeah, I was going to ask if he had a knife on his belt, but he has the Ushan on his belt. what would the roll be to try and get
I'm
a
pretty sure
item
there
off of
is
him?
a specific thing for taking.
It's like disarm.
Disarm.
You need at least what you make an
Yeah.
attack, and you need at least one momentum to disarm somebody. One, I
Okay.
think it's one momentum for a single-handed item, and two for two-handed item.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, then I might just try and disarm him of his gun.
Well, and he, hopefully he will be staggered a bit by the plasma
Yeah.
explosion.
No, she's going to go for his gun then. So okay. Determination
She's
spend.
doing this before the plasma thing.
All right.
Yeah. She's going for
Before-
his gun right now.
Well, just so you're aware, the plan was that he presses the button to close the door, and that.
But no
button
one said the
zaps
plan
him.
out loud.
That's
the
true,
engineer
Yeah.
just started fiddling
Yeah.
with the panels. She's entirely reasonable for her not to have any idea and just to go.
I was
for
just
it.
making sure that the player was aware because I know they were gone for a minute.
I am aware, and I think it would still be very natural for him to, if someone grabs his gun, just lock them in. Because what are they going to do now? He can just go get another gun.
So fine, you have a gun. Bye. I'll be right back. I'm grabbing grenades. Screw
Exactly.
all of you.
Like, what are you going to do? Shoot through this door? That's going to take time.
Oh,
Player-wise, I think this makes sense. Character-wise, I think she doesn't know, and she's just going for his gun. So,
oh,
she temporarily has the Ushan talent. She's going to.
Okay, so if you do this, you're not going to be able to use the Ushan as part of this attack because you're using your minor to move, and you're going to need a minor to grab the Ushan.
No, I'm not grabbing the Ushan. Sorry.
No, what I'm saying is you
it.
can grab the Ushan. It's just not before you make the attack.
Yes.
So you need to disarm him. Then the Ushan drops within his reach, which would also be your reach
Going for the
because
rifle.
you're in melee, which means you could spend for another minor to pick it up. But you would have to do that after this attack is made.
I considered doing that. I am going in for a melee attack with the intent to disarm him of his rifle.
Okay.
And when I said I have the Ushan, what I meant was the talent, not the blade. I can see how that would be confusing.
Because it still lets you redo the melee attacks.
So
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I said for flavor, and I'm sticking with it that he has
that's cool.
Ushan on his belt.
I think that makes sense, especially given what we know so far about the character. So 6 threat for 5 dice.
He's defender.
6 if you're not. Yeah, it's 6.
Yeah.
You might want to see what he rolls because he's defending from the attack.
No, it's true. He is defending. So he gets to set his defense. There's an Andorian medical officer coming at him, unarmed.
And he's a centuries-old badass in crazy armor.
Exactly. This is
But
going
you're
to be
in the
easy
mini
for him.
skirt for heat regulation, so
Give me
Yeah,
all
true.
give me
We
all your
actually get
supporting
established-
characters. I will kill them all.
give me your tired, your poor, your huddled supporting characters yearning for death.
Hey, it's TOS. The support characters are supposed to die to make the hero characters do the heroic.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Maybe the Vulcan might have a heart.
I'm gonna spend to gain one of these talent things.
Oh,
Well,
these
3
talents,
for you.
you said.
Uh-oh.
It's not a bad idea. I thought about doing that myself, and I fought with him.
Yeah, probably the same talent I'm about to get because I thought it was too much when I built him. But now that the threat's been turned up, I'm totally willing.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And that will be applied fitness.
Okay.
Sorry, I take that back. That will be the last of his 3 personal threat. Because he has a lot of values, because he's important. All right.
I'll mention it later. It's not vital.
Me won't.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's for his 6 dice, because he's not gonna let you take his gun.
He doesn't know that's not what I'm doing.
You are attacking him, and yeah, you have grabbed
Yes.
at the gun, and we're saying, is he strong enough to just pull it away from you?
Yeah.
Right. So he
For sure.
knows what you're doing because you've committed to it.
Mhm.
If you don't get enough momentum, you're just punching and kicking and struggling with him.
Yeah.
He's hoping he rolls garbage.
Here's hoping.
He's gonna put in some extra effort. So that is going to reduce the difficulty by 1. Whatever you roll, he's going to take in stress. Actually, I take that back. He's not going to do that. Because you could roll stupid high and just kill him because he tried too hard. I'm not going to do that.
Seems fine.
Yeah, he might like pull the gun away from you and then just like stroke out.
It's like when Olympic weightlifters push themselves too much and they pass out from the effort.
Exactly.
And like, yeah, I got it. A thought.
Okay,
Good?
just
Nice.
because this is critical. We'll use the value, get them before they get you, which means I'm rolling 4 dice. Okay, that is 6, 7, 8, and a complication. The last success, it comes because he has extraordinary fitness. He is genetically altered to be stronger.
Mhm.
The complication is going to be that in just grabbing the gun, the battery pack has become dislodged, and there's only enough energy left in the gun for a single shot.
All
I
right.
think I know who he's shooting.
Yeah.
The
Cool.
captain.
Yeah, definitely the captain, not the
She
intern
talks
who's
smack.
trying to find-
I don't know.
She didn't say anything. She just glared at him.
That's Vulcan
Mhm.
smack. You ever
Yeah,
seen a
that is
Vulcan
true,
glare
it is.
people? It's very rude and condescending.
It is. I mean, that's Vulcans in a nutshell.
Yeah.
2 Vulcans sitting there and staring at each other is the equivalent of a heated argument. All right, so he has 8, spending 6 threat for full
All right.
net. Definitely don't have focus here. Triage, pharmacology, and immunology are not helpful. And the view
I'm
does not
triaging
do-
you by killing you so that we don't have to give you medical care. It's
Yeah.
genius.
That's some serial
Brilliant.
killer like logic, I feel like.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Why didn't I think of that?
Uh-huh.
Because you're
I'm just so
bird-brained.
smart. Ouch.
Wow. Man, you've been
Wow.
holding on to that one.
All right.
Well, I can't think.
So
There's none of my
5.
people there, so.
It's true. Yeah, definitely. That's how that works. Where is she in here?
There's no way
Araton is doing his
Aratana-
job.
There's no way Aratana could be called in front of an inquiry board if all of the other officers aboard his ship are killed.
Nope. That is only 4 hits. I can re-roll. I can technically re-roll any number of them. I could
You
re-roll all
probably
of
want to
them.
re-roll all of them.
Yeah,
Two.
just in the hopes
you
of
need
getting
ones.
all ones.
God.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
which is astronomically low because I don't have a focus. I
I've
guess I should have
seen
tried to get a
Revere
focus.
pull off more 2s in a row than that, and I've seen
Those are with focuses.
Tamir pull off more 0s in a row than this. So
Hey.
Yep. We're gonna re-roll all of those dice.
okay.
all 2s. Let's go.
All 2s. Come on. All 2s.
Let's go.
Close 1
Let's
2.
go.
That's the same number. Well, no,
With
you
the
got
comp.
one more success. You
But
also
less
got a
strength gain.
complication.
Yeah, one more success and a complication.
So you're still 3 short.
I am still 3 short. Yes. Succeeded task.
Complication or threat?
Rat
Aw.
and trying to see if there's literally anything else I can do here, and I don't think there is. Unless, Catherine, do you want to give me your determination?
I already spent all of my determinations.
All right. Well, nope. She's got nothing. We do generate a bonus momentum for each D20 purchase, though. So there's 3 bonus momentum right now.
Swift task.
Swift test, yeah. No,
He's going to spend 2 to counterattack.
Yep.
Yeah, because that would happen as part of the.
I was
melee.
trying to find if counterattack anywhere said it. Melee counterattacks have to be melee.
I don't know.
Because they formalized counterattack in a way that wasn't formalized in Firsty. And I don't think.
Oh, well, actually, one way to put it. Well, they may either move out of reach if in melee or spend 2 to counter. Oh, I suppose no.
And yeah, I did. I searched the book for counterattack, and it's never mentioned.
Well, a way to think of it as well. He didn't counterattack by control security shooting back. He was doing a daring security opposed task.
Oh yeah.
So that
you don't
leads
get
us into
another
melee.
roll.
Yeah, you only counterattack with control
force
security if you
him
have cover.
It does force him to use daring security, but I guess that could be the answer. The fact that it forces him to use daring security, and his talent changes that, but it doesn't change the type of attack. So, yeah.
You should put a sidebar for that though, because that takes a bit of interpretation to catch that. I would say.
So unarmed attacks are normally
2? 1?
Unarmed are intensity 2.
okay. His new talent, I think, makes that 3.
Rar. Right.
Makes it 3 if it's like 10 to 11, and if it's like a fitness of 12, I think it actually adds +2, so 4.
Oh, where's that?
I'm remembering the talent, but I may be remembering it from
No,
one.
Applied Force just adds 1 to the severity.
Oh, I'm
I
thinking
was
about
thinking.
something else then. All right, maybe changed from 1E. I don't know.
That's the action you can.
Yeah, I was thinking there are some things in Starship Combat that do work that way. Like if you have a certain value in your department or something, your ship might do more damage than the normal damage for that weapon type. But that's not a that doesn't happen in personal combat.
Mm.
At least that I'm aware.
Not that I've seen, no. There's stuff that makes it like more intense, but it doesn't increase. Well, there. No, wait, hold on. What
Martial
talent?
artist makes it more intense.
Yeah, it increases
But
severity.
the talent he has only allows him to use fitness and increases the severity by 1.
Oh, well, there you go. Yep. Oh yeah. That is a severity 3 attack.
Oh yeah, it did change from yeah.
So you're going to take a non-lethal entry of 3. You can take 3 stress or go down.
3 stress.
And hold on as I decide if I want to do anything else. No, I guess he doesn't get to do momentum spins on a counterattack.
Well, you could spend 2 for an additional 1 because that's just.
Well, if he gets to do any of the combat momentum spins, he'd get to do all in any of them that he chooses, right? Not just one of them.
Well, it's not his turn though. Is the thing, right?
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think he gets to do any, including increasing the damage, because it's not his turn.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So the turn ends and it goes to him because y'all went last.
Could Swift.
Yeah, could Swift. I do have 3 bonus momentum.
Would you like to Swift?
Yes.
Okay. Let me roll out for him again. So that talent, I think, stays for the scene.
Yeah.
Yes, the talent stays for the scene.
Okay.
Which helps both of you out. Are you
Yeah.
punching him again? Is the question.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to decide if punching him again is the correct.
Okay, I was already
move.
starting to spin to
Yeah.
roll the defense.
Don't roll for defense yet, because trying to decide if that's correct. No, I don't think it is. I think let's see. Obviously, I can see this map, but she can't. So I think instead of trying to swift attack again, she's going to swift try and dash away from here to split his attention.
The problem is you need to, when you get into melee with somebody, you're locked in with them.
Right.
And you have to win
You need to melee to get out of it.
You have to
yeah.
melee to get out of it, yeah. Instead of counterattacking,
Right.
you pull away from the person.
Never mind then. So third bonus momentum by a minor to try to no wait, that's not how that works. I'd have to use the minor to pick it up after. Huh. I'm seeing what I can do with this bonus momentum right now. Because I think buying a minor is probably good here. I'm trying to figure out what using the minor is good for, though.
With Ushan, aims is irrelevant because you reroll everything anyway.
Yeah. Also, can you aim a melee attack?
It's an attack.
All right.
But, in this case, it doesn't matter. You get to reroll all of them anyway.
Yeah, well,
I think aiming a melee attack does make sense. You are scanning the target and trying to hit, move yourself and hit in such a way to do the most damage.
Yeah, finding
It's
the best opening.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of a boxer, bouncing on his feet and then punching.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
I agree.
Let's see. I'm just looking at the other possible things I have for minor actions. Quick. conflict expression.
Drop prone. Sweep the lake.
If I could, I would. Options. There we go.
I will ask for some speed.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking for where the list of personal conflict minor actions was in the book. Just found it. Didn't see something that proved useful. So she's going to threat dump. Well, she is going to try to engage in a melee contest.
Okay.
So
3 determination. And 3 dice. Because this is my gun, and I do not want to be shot with it.
It does occur to me you could purposely whiff this on his roll. If he rolls really well. If he rolls crap, you're good. But if he rolls great,
yeah,
just don't buy dice and let him be threat served.
mm-hmm.
Especially with that damn. Well,
Yeah.
he'll get some of that threat back anyway. There's that. So
Exactly.
That's 7 successes, 8 successes with his talent.
That's 8, and yeah, I think it's kind of neutral since it's an opposed task. Guess you'll get the bonus successes back. And on 5 dice, I have to roll very well still. So question, Winchester. If I aim and have a full reroll, can I stack rerolls? Like, can I use the aim reroll before using the Ushan rerolls?
Okay, so
If I use the bonus momentum I have for
yes, but aim only allows you to reroll 1 d20.
yes, it does. But I'm wondering if I can reroll that d20 first and then
Yes.
take the rerolls from the Ushan. Cool. Then I'm gonna aim with my minor that I was able to buy with the bonus momentum.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. And by 5 dice, so 6 threat to you. I really wish that the Ushan came with a focus in the Ushan.
Yeah.
That would be great.
But you don't have an Ushan, so.
Yes.
Well, like hand to hand
It
or
would still be
something.
nice.
Oh, you mean to
Yeah.
come with
Yeah.
to come with the focus in Ushan Tour.
Yeah. Well, that's
Okay,
5.
reroll one of those.
Which, yeah. I'm rerolling a 14. You know,
Well, how much are you short by?
I'm short by 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even covering
And you are still short by 3.
Yeah.
I'm still.
Yeah, our math is just.
You rolled too well.
Yeah.
But hey,
I can do a full reroll again though. Which
it's a gamble.
Doesn't sound terrible. You know, doesn't sound terrible. Worst
it-
case, there's some more threat on the board,
Yeah.
or I get another complication. Well,
Okay.
go down by 2.
So 5 momentum, or 5 threat gained.
Mhm.
Okay. After all of that, it does finally go to the next turn, and he does finally act.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, does he not counterattack this time?
Oh, yes, he does that.
Okay, cool.
No, he doesn't. We're on the next turn. You said so.
So
No,
you
no, no.
take
I'm sure we'll figure
3
out the rules.
stress, or you go down.
Yeah. 3 more stress. She's got
Okay,
6.
because
Or
you
so she's
know,
got-
if you go down, he
she's
might
got
shoot
left.
somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yep.
now he's gonna shoot.
Mm-hmm.
This guy really loves his mother. You just couldn't leave it
Hey.
alone.
Jocelyn didn't say anything about his mother.
No, but you got him started, and he's known as Demox the Lethal. He didn't need much of a reason.
Fair.
All right.
So he's gonna shoot, you said?
Yes.
Uh,
I'll
Jocelyn's
spin-
gonna try and dive for cover.
Schmark? What mechanic are you
No one
invoking?
else declared for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you can because you're locked in melee.
Good question. I don't know. Like,
Because currently, if you're in melee, you're in contact range with whoever you're fighting.
I mean, also,
Yeah.
can't you? Can you not shoot if you're in melee?
Gonna be hard
No.
for him to shoot you with a rifle.
No, I don't think it makes any stipulation.
no, that's the
All
harder
be-
shoot
someone being in
within the
melee
range band is a 1E thing.
Yeah. If someone's in melee with you, all it does is it forces you. You can't take the movement action to move away or move somewhere else.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You can't shoot. A GM
Yeah,
might
point
say
blank shots are not
it's
harder
clumsier.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not even a thing of being in melee. It's if there are any enemies within reach of you, you cannot perform this action. With the only thing putting someone in reach of you being in
Yeah.
contact.
But it only
Which is
prevents
melee.
the move action, and I don't think diving for cover is the move action.
Well, there's no dive for cover action. It's if you have cover from the attack.
Right.
Dive for cover is like 1E thing.
Okay.
Okay.
2E just asks, do you have cover or not? If you do, you can counter roll to dodge the
Oh, I
attack.
thought. Okay, got it. Cool.
Because first E, it was just it was challenge dice that give you extra armor. This one's like no,
Yeah.
you can make a ranged attack into an opposed roll.
Well,
But you have to pre-establish having the cover. Got it. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, no, wait. I mean, there was a dive undercover move you could do that wasn't challenge dice based. That was just a roll off, basically.
First edition.
Okay.
That's where
You get-
everybody got the idea at
we're-
second ed. That's where they just,
Yeah.
you just didn't have you just don't have to declare cover. It's like if you have cover, you benefit. If you don't have cover, you don't.
We're getting our wires crossed, I think, between 1E and 2E stuff.
Yes. So I have declared. So this zone I have declared has cover for one person.
Mm-hmm. But Shoshlan is definitely not in that cover, I think. Narratively, at least. So
Because you would have moved into his zone to get
you're
to
not
get at
in
him.
that zone anymore.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zone's,
Just a normal difficulty 2.
zone's probably like here
Mhm.
most.
We'll buy 2 dice. Gain 2 threat back. 1 threat back, sorry. All right. At minimum, that's going to be a intensity 4 and lethal injury.
All right. That puts her over stress.
And actually, I think I owe you momentum for that and a month. I get mixed up because sometimes NPCs have weapons that don't allow them to choose between lethal and non-lethal, and sometimes I forget that even if they don't have a choice, they still have to spend.
Yeah, they do still have to spend for
Because
it.
there's
So-
always the option of being unarmed.
It's not always a good option, but it's
No.
always an option.
We've established how violent this man is.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 2 to create the complication. That Corman Shalodin is vaporized.
All right.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Doctor.
I'm going to spend 2 to Swift Task.
Stop it.
And I'm going to close the damn door because I want to save some of you to hunt later.
Exactly. Mission accomplished. It also ended in her death, but mission accomplished.
No.
He was already
No.
doing this. He was just... The difference is you kept me from killing or maiming the Commodore.
Exactly. Mission accomplished.
And then Zort.
Oh, man.
I think we settled on it being intensity 5.
5.
Intensity 5, lethal.
We don't have anyone security focused.
Yeah.
Almost took enough threat to make him go down.
Okay, but
But-
I had said my action was, so can I say that before the door closes, I get in front of him?
The door's not going to close.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the
That was
trade
another
That was
on
one
us.
of the
sprint.
things.
Or
Yep.
jammed out.
Okay,
was one of them, yeah.
So as part of my reaction, do I now get to nerve pinch him?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So did it do anything to him?
Yeah, he took 5 stress.
Okay.
But he is once per scene, as the kind
Yeah.
of high level character he is, he's allowed to spend to take that as stress.
Right.
So just gets bathed in plasma fire and then Vulcan pinch.
Yeah, he took the injury. He has like a severity 5 like melted arm or something like that.
Yeah, and then his arm starts to melt, and then this man, having killed 2 of her crew members and slightly delirious from the bleeding in her brain, so Loris moves forward, jamming a thumb into his bleeding shoulder and tries to nerve pinch him down.
Direct
I
nerve
gotta
pinch.
imagine. Normally,
Yeah.
nerve pinch is like, we're being non-lethal and merciful. So right now, nerve pinch is, you fucking killed my crew.
Mhm. Okay.
So he's defending.
Yep.
I'm going to spend my 1 threat that I have available.
Mm-hmm.
That, with a talent, is 4 successes and a complication.
Okay.
The complication will be that thanks to the plasma fire, he's getting no benefit from armor.
All right.
Because you're only reaching through the hole.
Could in theory Revere assist? Like basically,
As long as you're giving up your turn in
Oh, yeah,
the
it's a new round.
initiative.
Yeah.
I'm leaping
do
with the
that.
captain and trying to get in the way of his defense.
All
Just
right.
grabbing at the other arm. Nope.
Yeah.
Get out. You don't get the stopper.
Okay. So, what? Sorry. What is the attributes normally used for a melee attack? It's daring, right?
Daring. Daring security normally, but you change it into medicine or science for the other half.
Yeah. Okay. I do. Okay. So you don't change it to control, which I thought you did when I declared that. It's
You
still
do it
being
in
daring
one unit.
makes.
You did in
It
one.
might. Yeah. It doesn't mention anything about it becoming control in this.
It doesn't.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes it worse than I thought.
So if you have determination or a way, you don't have determination, do you?
No, because I spent my last determination to get this talent.
Okay, because there is another talent that would allow you to use fitness, which I assume you have better of, but
Yep. No, it's fine. I'll give the shot, and if I fail, I fail. I only have to beat a 4, or I have to hit 4.
you have to hit 4.
Okay.
Okay.
One threat.
Applied force is the one that lets me use my fitness instead of my daring, because my daring's
That's what
garbage
he's-
too.
And that's what he's
Yeah.
that's what he spent for,
Yeah.
because his fitness is higher than his
Yeah.
daring.
Yeah, no, I was used to 1E where it gave you control too, I believe.
It did, yeah, once upon a time, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, in the before times. Okay.
But severity
take
3 and
6
intense, so
Yeah, take 6 threat as I'm rolling a full mitt because these numbers aren't that great. If we had momentum, I would have gotten a focus in neuropressure. As it stands, I don't think I can spin any of my focuses. Oh God, Revere.
I mean,
Okay, hold on. I'm
Mhm.
going to let you take all of that back as I explain something real quick that I messed up.
Okay.
Okay. I'm even going to take back the threat because I will let you re-roll that. I got something wrong. He is a named character. He can avoid injury by spending threat as many times as needed. It's like
it's not once per scene.
centurions and stuff who are like more important but still probably not named, or like a character who only shows up in one and is kind of like a secondary lieutenant or something. Those people can do it once per scene. So you giving me that much threat opens up the possibility. The reason
You
I'm
can
letting
just
you
avoid.
re-roll after clarifying this is that if you spend no threat, he's going down. If you spend some threat, there's the chance that he's going to stay up.
Because the threat is how he is his health, essentially.
I have to have the threat to avoid the injury. I not only do I have to spend stress, but I also have to spend threat equal to that stress.
Yeah, that's the part I missed.
Okay, I mean, sure, I can try to just
You can do
only
what you were
roll
gonna
2.
do. It's
and
just
I'll still
Okay.
assist.
the reason I let you re-roll. I'm gonna let you re-roll is because I had just explained it incorrectly and could have given
Okay.
the impression that there was no way for me to avoid. There is a
Okay.
way for me to avoid.
Okay. I would still like to go and spend 5 or roll 5. Do you want me to re-roll or just keep it as it is? 'Cause it's the
No. If
only
you're
way
gonna
I would
make
hit.
the same decision, I'll keep the same roll and keep the threat.
All right.
That I was just going. If you were going to change the number of dice or the talents used, then I would have let you. Then we would have re-rolled. But okay. So just need the assist from
Revere.
And you're looking to get a 2.
Right. I'm just trying to wonder, how does advisor work? Could I use advisor in assist?
No, because
mean-
it would have to be a command task.
Oh, okay.
The Medal of Honor would be very useful here, but I assume you don't.
No, I've got the Legion d'honneur.
The French.
Yeah, I've already used it too to quash a comp.
I'm sure there's
Okay.
a talent that would help give a reroll here.
I think there is. Is it cooperative? Is that the one?
Were you talent hunting?
Well, I have the determination I got from the milestone, so I could, if there's a talent that could either automatically make me roll 2 or have my assist roll 2 or give her a reroll.
So
it's worth
called
looking
out
at.
targets, if you have a command and a security that are both 3, would
Nope.
give her bonus momentum if she succeeds. Because you're assisting.
No, I don't have a security of 3.
Yeah, no, I just roll.
What's your
I think
command?
it's not your
Okay.
fault that this roll is going to fail. It's my fault for
No, I
not
just-
realizing.
I just realized that if there was a way where Yeah, that I had the opportunity to do that, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you only got security 2, it's kind of difficult.
Hey, what do you know?
Oh my god. Oh
But
my god.
But so it's severity
80.
3, thankfully. Because it's a nerve pinch.
And no momentum generated, so he will take stress to avoid the injury.
Yep.
And what can we do for free with the captain here?
Keep the initiative.
It's an intense do again.
Allow you to spend momentum at a 1-to-1 for extra damage rather than normal 2-to-1.
Thank you.
So if you have
That's
any
what I thought.
medals or anything you could spend to gain bonus momentum, you could do that.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, I do have. Good point to bring that up. I do have the Legion of Honor. The character may perform one of the following: gain 2 bonus momentum on a successful task. Can I spend both of those and add it to extra damage?
It would drain 2 threat, effectively.
Yes. And I will spend 2 threat to counter it.
Okay.
Because he takes 2
That's
more
into
stress.
1 threat, which is pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Now the
Yeah, and then
doctor or the
So I
sorry.
assume I had to be here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, problem is I'm not great. I'm rocking a
Isn't
10.
isn't there rules for anesthetic hyperspray as a stun attack in
He
this?
doesn't
There
have
are.
that.
I don't have
Oh.
anything.
I know.
The
I
best
know.
he can do is like break the bottle of Klingon booze on the wall and jump in like a bar fight.
Like an 18. Yeah.
If I may as well ask for a minor for someone to open the door I'm stuck behind.
That is possible from the captain. If you want to roll back the intensity of that attack before someone else declares they're going.
It's like spend one to have him suffer one less
Or
damage.
because you can fight, and that's more valuable than him not having 1 threat. So
Yeah.
so could I spend 1 for an extra minor and then spend 1 on any attacks?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if she tries to nerve pinch him, it's not strong enough to make him go down. But in the fight, I picture they're kind of rotating around each other, and as she's getting close to the door, she smashes it open and says, "Inverni, in now."
Release the Kraken!
Her double-fisted attack ready.
Yeah, well, you know you're desperate when we're calling in the Italian twink to end the fight.
How dare you?
Wow.
It's true, but
Wow.
you shouldn't say it.
I
That's what
wonder
you
about
get for
the
being gone so long.
the phrasing of that. Would it be more effective to have a Hungarian one or a German one?
I mean,
Neither of them built an empire. Go away.
I chose to Rome.
Hey,
Italian
the
has a good
HRE.
reputation when it comes to martial ability.
The HRE wasn't wholly Roman or an empire.
but it was German.
And I mean, it was at one time.
It was all
It wasn't
three.
even that.
What you doing? Save the day.
I hear we have a heretical supporter of the claim of Irene,
I
a woman, to be Roman emperor.
Jesus.
I actually have something I'd like to throw at this.
Go ahead.
Literally,
Oh God.
when you're making your attack, I would like to distract him by throwing that bottle of blood wine at him.
You can throw it as an improvised weapon.
I think he means as an assist to Inverni's attack.
Yes.
Oh, you can do that. Yes.
Bonk.
I'm-
What the hell was that? I'm being attacked more.
Yep.
Also,
Okay.
how is the character who is unconscious the one with the highest security here? This sucks.
So in this case, it is the
So
definitely
you still have the
grab
option
something random.
of giving. Can you give threat for extra minors?
So important to
I don't know. If I can't,
No,
then
no,
I
he
am
locked
just going
back.
to have to do a magic trick here.
so important to get rid of those reprimands. Yeah, so important.
No. So
Look,
this is going to have to
didn't
be an
know this
unarmed
was gonna
attack.
happen.
Don't worry, I've got a. In that
It
case,
doesn't matter because he's almost dead. You just have to punch him.
yes. Don't worry. So we're going to have to Spirit of Discovery.
Yeah, have to.
Very good.
Okay.
Spirit of Discovery, Faith of the Heart, ta-da.
But does that need a value?
You do still need to
yes.
spend
Yeah, you
value,
need a value.
Yes. I still
You
need to
gonna call
find
back something?
I mean, act with confidence even if you don't feel confident.
Yes, because he's
Yeah.
he's successfully killed 2 crew members and is not looking like 2 of the other ship's senior officers are going to be able to take him down. So,
Yeah.
and you are not better at security than any of the people who've been killed or are currently fighting. So
No.
yes, I'll let you spin.
No, I am not.
How much is generated?
And 4.
4, thank you.
I'm wondering if I can call. Hey.
Wasn't me.
Who touched my sheet? I was looking at the back of that. I was trying to see if I had something to call back to.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
I think you used it
like
last episode.
potentially. I did use it last
Yeah.
episode, yes.
Yes, you could do that.
So yeah, we'll do that. We'll keep a whoops, not that button. We'll keep a determination, which I can't use for this roll, but I still have one, which is useful.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I've got 4, I will now spend a momentum for did the reading. So this is now a science.
Exactly.
This
It's
is
a new
exactly how
thing,
people
yeah.
who can't fight win. They just dogpile
Yes.
some guy
Yeah.
after his
Yeah.
arm's
Although
been
if it's
half
hand to
blown
hand, it
off.
has to be daring, correct?
Yeah.
And Bernie, gets ready in what Bernie thinks is a good combat stance, and then imagines the enemy as a smooth
I get a
sphere with
focus.
fire resistance or friction.
Yeah.
A smooth speed.
Yeah, and I get a focus go away. So
Do have to say, I love the optics of this guy being such a powerful hunter. It takes literally all of us working in collaboration to bring him down.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I've got an assist from Tawir, and I've got 3 momentum left, so I can spend the 3 to get 4 dice.
If I'm throwing, can I roll control security?
As your assist.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That makes this
This is an unarmed
better.
strike against armor.
Oh, actually, one thing to consider.
Huh.
You have enough momentum to have an extra minor to grab something and buy a die.
It's true.
Oh, true.
Yeah, you can take your luck at grabbing something off the table, but you do not have time enough to know what you are grabbing.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we'll do that. So spend a minor to do that, and
He's got a metal chair.
the other option I was considering was honestly aiming.
Wait, no. This is gonna be the deep cut. It's in
How
Vernie.
much do I need to hit him for? What number am I looking to get
That we don't know yet. We
to hit him in the first place? I mean,
Wait,
It's
wait,
opposed, so he sets the die.
I have the perfect
Okay,
deep
I'm
cut.
looking at the list of medical equipment right now.
yeah.
You do not have to use what you picked up. You can go back to using your fists.
Uh-huh.
But I will let you. I will roll a d6 to tell you what you picked up, since you don't know.
No. The perfect thing. And Vernie picks up a surgical tray.
The
You
entire
picked
tray.
up a dermal regenerator. It's not going to help.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna hit him. No.
Actually, now that I think about it, Griffin
Yeah,
and
you
Vernie might be
grab
the only
it.
two people
You
who
hit
get
the
that joke.
button on it, and it just kind of a harmless light just kind of comes out one end, and you throw it.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's another
Yeah,
distraction.
Makes a roll of quarters in your fist.
Yeah. It's another distraction. That's what it is. So
We can see how he
yeah,
rolls.
I need to know what number I'm trying to hit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I keep forgetting that it's not a flat number anymore.
Yeah. It's a flat number when you're shooting.
Actually, it's never been a flat number for melee anyway.
No. It's just that it was always done like simultaneously, but 2E specifically calls out the defender has to set
Oh,
the
for
first.
fuck's sake.
6 successes.
Did he spend all his threat for that? There we go.
Stop that.
There's one of them.
I mean, if you can do it without spending any threat, he
Yeah.
Well, if I
we're
could
ki-
spend my second determination, I could potentially, but I can't do that because I
No.
just got it right,
Right.
Yep.
which is unfortunate that that's how that.
You can give me as much
functions.
as you want to roll additional dice.
Yeah, but then he's
He
just
would
going to
just
avoid
be
the
able
injury
to
again.
stay up longer, right?
In theory, if you just buy one
Yeah.
die and you're
Yeah.
being assisted, you might have a chance of beating his roll.
I am rolling a 12.
You have a
I have a focus and a 4.
Yeah, that's your hope.
So your odds
So-
are bad, but
They're not
better than my odds
horrendous.
were.
Yeah.
And you get an
Okay.
assist.
Also, the
Don't
worst
worry.
that happens is you take like some stress.
Oh.
This game should have a gang up bonus.
God.
Don't worry. If
mean,
I
this
fail, there's
makes
something
sense
I
for a
can do as well,
trade.
which is hilarious.
That would not be honest to the source material because we've seen Kirk be surrounded by mooks before, and he just throws them off left and right.
Well,
Yeah,
only if
well,
he
I'm
has a
He's
plastic
considering-
the
tube.
mooks.
Is if I give the 2 momentum and
A single threat.
a threat for 4 dice still.
That's better odds for you because you might be able to do
Yeah,
extra
that's better.
damage.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then if I do fuck up, I can just give the GM 3 threat because this is now science task, and learn from my failure,
Sure.
which makes a trait that helps us.
Nice.
That is actually very good.
That's how this was meant to be played, right?
Hmm.
There
I'm
you
going
go. Plus the
Nicely
assist.
done.
There you go.
Did the reading.
That's such a great talent.
This is stupid.
2.
Okay. And I don't even roll on arm strike at this point. It's just 2, right?
It's severity 2, yeah.
And it has stun.
You gain 1 momentum.
Yeah. And he's oh yeah, he did have 6, right?
Yeah.
How
'cause
much
we
damage are you
actu-
getting?
2.
It's just 2 plus stun.
Do you have
Avoid the
any?
injury.
Do you have any? Hang on. Do you have any? What's it? Do
Quickly.
you have any medals?
You
Yes,
need
the
bonus
Cochrane Medal of Excellence. I do not for this. I did not, in
God.
fact, use the sensor operations talent.
This guy
or
is the
focus for
worst.
this.
Right. I think this is all going to be riding on. Well, no, Griffin. I was going to say Griffin activating his support, but Griffin's already used their player action.
I haven't.
Yes.
You haven't. Go for it. Save
the
the day.
What the hell is he gonna do? Just grab some random bit in the room and just huck it at
He's
the
gonna-
guy.
He's going to have to
Wait.
get stuck into the fight.
Just remember, engineering has been the thing that did the most damage to him.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
I tried my very best.
Yeah. So I'm either thinking either grabbing something and just hucking it at him and doing like a range attack to just biff him, or if you'll allow it, I can try to get in there and punch him. But I think the first
Yeah.
one's more. The first thing makes more sense because
And it's
it looks
more
pretty crowded over
doable.
there.
Well, the tokens kind of take up more space. You can get in to throw a punch.
What do you have?
That's what
Yeah, I'll just punch him.
Oh,
It's not great either way. I'll buy a die. Oh wait, sorry. Go ahead, you can roll. Punchy.
I
ahead.
feel like I'm slowly getting worn down.
Don't worry.
That might
very
be
slowly.
our plan here.
We're
yeah.
fucking trying.
Don't worry. My visual spectrum will help me see his weak point. What the hell's that gonna?
That has
Ah.
become our.
Mhm.
Honestly, wait before you joke about that. You might be able to see where power's not flowing through his armor and have a weak spot. You might get an extra hit. Worth a shot.
Well, we'll
Think
see
like
what
a
he we'll
player.
see what he does. If he rolls garbage, I don't have to sweat it.
Think like a player, brah.
I am.
Not like a GM. Think like a player.
I also
like a
think I would call
player.
that a stupid idea and say no.
No.
I don't
I
have
know what I would
more-
say.
I didn't have any more gas in the tank, so I'm gonna take extra effort and reduce the diff of this task by 1 and take stress equal. No, because I don't have the threat to take the stress. No extra effort.
But Starving is our
Okay.
savior.
Sir,
Yeah.
our
3
ultimate.
successes.
All right. Is this like a powered suit of some kind? Or is it just armor over room?
You do not know enough to answer that question because
What, does it make any loud whirring noises like mechanics, or is he just moving around?
no, it is not obviously
That's what I wanted to check.
mechanical.
I'm buying a die. Went
Want to buy more?
no.
I'm gonna open my trench coat here. I've got all kinds of thread. Got the kind of thread you need.
And it's not dark in here.
You don't know that. It could be dark in here. I doubt the ship's lights work very well.
Is it
You need
dark
a
in
couple
here?
of you need a couple of thread to make it dark in here.
No, I'm asking if it is.
Okay.
Because
No,
if
it's not
it
dark.
was affecting difficulty, that would help. But
No. That looks like you've got him. Oh no, because he's super
He's
strong.
got 3. Yeah.
He's got the free hit.
I can't afford to counterattack. Y'all went last, so he'll go first.
Yeah.
But-
Risk,
His
guys.
rifle's out.
His rifle's out of ammunition. He has this handy Ushan.
Oh.
I wonder where he got that.
Yeah, from the
Which-
crew member he just killed.
Oh,
No, it was on his belt already.
Well, no, but he
It was-
he got it
But no.
He got it
from
from
the
her.
crew
Oh, yeah.
member.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe it was his the whole time. Freaking accusing Orions of thievery. That's rude. Freaking
Yeah.
birds, man.
we gotta stand up for our Orion crew members. Oh no,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. Thieving is the most immoral thing he's done today.
We've got to stand up for our Ryan crew members. Who else is going to soak the cannon shot for us?
I don't think he's particularly worried about Inferni or the
I
Or,
did
uh,
hit him.
He should be worried about the engineer. I blew stuff up in his face.
yeah, but Soloris like felt like she was ripping his arm off.
I melted his arm.
He doesn't. He knows you did engineering stuff, but he doesn't know you made his arm blow up.
See, engineering.
All
one.
right, Soloris, defend yourself from an attack.
Oh god.
Amelia.
Okay. I roll first.
You do.
You have nerve pinch still.
Yeah, it's till the end of the scene.
Yeah.
It is.
But nerf pinch is only useful if I win the fight.
But it
Okay,
changes
so
what
it
dice you're
allows
rolling.
you to. Yeah. It
Oh,
allows
it
you
allows
to
me to roll daring science instead. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, what you don't
Um,
spend, he can't spend.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yep. All right. I'm just gonna roll. This feels very wrong of me. I'm just gonna roll 2, and I'm probably gonna take the image here. But oh well.
I'll spend the threat to roll
Beat
3.
that, Buster.
I gain
Oh
3
no,
threat.
he
Oh God, he
Oh,
beat that.
Yes, the
God.
problem is when he beats, he gets threat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't like these threatening beatings.
Well, if you
Yeah.
would just die.
We've been working on that this whole thing. Either we all die or he dies, and the needs of the many and all.
Isn't Anushan is a blade, not a heavy blade, right?
Right.
Yes,
Yeah,
boy.
it's one-handed. Okay, so no intense. It is
No.
deadly though, so I owe you a threat, and I owe you 2 for counterattack. Oh no,
Funny
I
thing.
started this.
Yeah, and also he wouldn't be able to buy that third die because he only had one threat, right? So he couldn't do deadly attack.
Oh,
He'd have to punch or kick.
I mean that just maybe make more narrative
or
sense
not
given
roll the
she's currently
third
in.
die.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have known the results of your roll before making that decision.
But I couldn't have made the decision to attack without.
Okay.
It just makes more sense for it to be an unarmed attack because you could just smack her. Really.
Backhand the captain. Let's go.
If nothing else, just to generate threat, just to beat this person up and get some threat out.
Yeah, the only things it changes is deadly or stun. So
Didn't he just get stunned?
That just changes when you take the injury, whether it kills you or not. That's it. It doesn't do.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't stun lock you or nothing. That's not a thing in. Star
Damn,
Trek.
I thought it was a debuff.
No.
My bad.
all right. You take 3 stress,
Okay.
Or you go down.
or you go down.
Yeah, no, I take 3 stress. Is it my turn now?
No, because I'm gonna swift task.
Oh, lame.
What the fuck?
This is actually might be an endless combat.
Nah.
No.
This actually might be a TPK.
He's running out. He's gonna go down before you guys do. There's just
Okay.
There's just too many
I
people.
thought one single healer dies.
And
Honestly,
he can
I
be
should
deadly
probably
now.
had Annie go for disarm, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of us having a weapon would make this
and
fight so much
the
easier.
threat for lethal.
Got the plasma cutter, but it's like 2.
Okay, Captain, you're
What the fuck?
opposing 5, 6, but increased difficulty. So, 4 to 5.
Shouldn't I have rolled
It's
first?
4.
Shouldn't I have rolled first here?
You should, but I guess I gave this to you for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Oh, okay. Daring science. Oh my god. Take 3 threat. 'Cause I kind of don't want to be hit again.
Yeah. That's not unreasonable.
It is when you're gonna roll like that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Take 4 stress or go down.
I'll take 4 stress. Okay, so I just
Now
gave
he's
you.
done.
I just gave you. Oh god. Okay, so I just gave you 3, and then your result off of this roll is 3 more. So,
Oh, sorry, I
God.
did gain 3. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
You're at 7.
No, because I was. I'm gonna spend everything. Yeah. I'll
-1
spend
out because of Swift. That matters.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not spend for that, did I? Is it 1 or is it 2?
2 to Swift.
Okay. And then
And it also increases the difficulty if you factor that in.
Yeah.
I did. So instead of 4 stress, it'll be 5 stress, and I'm out of threat.
Okay.
Are you still up,
I
Cap?
can take. Yeah, I can take 3 more stress.
Wow. Nice.
All right.
Let me try something here. 'cause
Yeah,
I can...
you go, and I'll assist you.
Okay. So I'm going to spend the determination I got for my milestone on performance specs are just estimates. Eventually, this guy's going to go down.
His vital performances.
Armor can only
the
help him so much.
I don't really know how that focus applies.
Okay. Well, then I'll just do escape.
Yes.
Okay. I'll spin to the directive. So that gives me 2. I'm just going to roll 2 because I'm stupid. But I don't want to give you any threat particularly. So he sets my difficulty, unfortunately.
Only gets 2 dice, thankfully.
If you want to roll 2, that I think that is still a resource if you spend for determination.
3 successes.
Okay. And I am attacking with the plasma cutter. So does that do anything to rolls, difficulties, any of that good stuff?
Spending a minor because it's cumbersome, but other than that,
I mean, it's not really. It's one hand. It's handheld.
improvised though. Any improvised weapon is a cumbersome weapon because it's not meant to be used as a weapon.
Which
I mean,
means
I've
you
got-
have to use your minor to set it up.
Fine. I mean, I'm not. It's not like I have to move into combat
Yeah,
with it.
like it isn't hurting you much.
Yeah.
Doesn't increase your security
Um,
or something like that. We were discussing earlier. I don't know. Doesn't change its diff.
Okay. So 3 is my diff. I've got 2 on the table.
No, I'll just increase the norm. I think the normal improvised weapon. Oh, okay, it doesn't. I'm gonna make the intensity 3, and that'll be cumbersome. Will be the only trait.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense.
Swinging for the fence. Not. I only have a 2 in security, but electroplasma systems, because it is a plasma cutter. I know all about plasma systems.
I think that's too much of a stretch.
Okay, fair enough. I was worth a shot. Let's see if I can throw anything at all.
If you had some kind of emergency repairs or something, I'd take that at a complication increase. Something that's
do.
directly dealing with using plasma torches.
I do have emergency repairs. So what's my
I'll take that at
increase?
complication.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing.
What, you don't think sailing would work?
I mean, that's 3.
That's 3.
And that's 3 damage.
I have no threat. He goes down.
Huzzah! Oh.
Over the
I knew we'd engineer our way out of this problem.
I have a quick thing. I think, Winchester, you should have 1 threat because you would have to go lethal with a plasma torch almost certainly. I don't think there's a way to non-lethally attack someone with a plasma torch.
Sure there is, because it's immediately cauterizing.
Yeah, it is like a teeny lightsaber. Just cut off his arm.
Hey, tiny lightsaber.
Wouldn't be enough to keep him up, though. You'd
Yeah,
have
it
one
wouldn't
threat,
keep him
though.
up, but like,
I'll take the threat.
yeah.
It's free threat. Makes sense.
Okay.
Now, quick, let's find the body bank.
You hear over the. You hear broadcast.
That we can't understand.
Oh, but you can.
I mean, this lot? I don't know. You're asking a lot.
Oh,
You hear
Did what we could, guys.
non-standard crew detected. Changing parameters. And then you hear new cycle started. Next deployment of replacement hunter in 30 minutes.
And
Okay.
with that, I'm past
Yep.
my hard stop, so I've got to step away for the
Yep.
evening.
yep. All right.
So,
She's going. Yep. All right. Catch you later, man. Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Have a good one.
Good luck.
She's gonna. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. She's gonna order Revere to guard the prisoner over here, while the rest of us comb this place for whatever is seemingly generating more of them, and to turn them off within 30 minutes.
Well, you probably want to take his weapons first.
Yeah, well, that's part of having him guard him. Is presumably is you know,
As in
stripping
disarming
him.
us.
Yeah.
As in we should probably figure out who has what.
Tweer just
Yeah.
sadly looks at the giant black spot on the ground where the disintegrations happened.
Yeah, I just picture like we all rush off to do our things while the shot holds and pans over to you, like, you know, putting a feathery arm over that spot.
Captain, as you run into through the doors and into the main chamber, you hear the sounds of a plasma torch from above.
Yeah, she runs and she hears this and she sort of skitters to a stop, clutches her head for a second from the noise and the stimulus, and then she, says at the top of her lungs, which I won't do, "Who goes there?"
You peek through the ladder, and you see you see an engineer in an EVA suit open up the hatch, and you see Commander Schlinn of the Valiant Breaker say, "Is that you, Soloris?"
Oh God. She's going to try to cite a specific article of the Federation uniform dress code, and see if he can respond to it to make sure it's him.
He says, "I don't know how that applies to this situation, but..." And then he says,
Something about keeping
"I
your
guess
sleeves the right length.
if the governor didn't send the approval in first, that would be illegal."
Yeah, she, runs a hand through her hair and says, "I just wanted to make sure it really was you, and that I was not suffering from a hallucination, or that you were not an interloper in disguise."
He says, "Well, Commodore, I think we'll have to cut this short and get you out of here. We've already had to eliminate 4 assailants, and it took directed fire from the Neptune each time to take them out. I don't know how we're gonna keep doing this, so I think we need to get you out of here. And do you think destroying this facility would be an effective decision?"
From my limited understanding of the events that have been occurring, yes, this facility appears to be creating new versions of those creatures. We have wounded casualties, get medical teams to get them out, then get the rest of us out, and then you have my full permission to obliterate this site and everything within 100 meters from orbit.
We have less than 30 minutes, sirs.
He says, "Aye, Commodore. So, you're all evacuated. And a whole half of the mission I wanted to get to. I'm apologize that we didn't get to it.
It's okay.
Well,
Well, I'm apologizing specifically to Artana.
That was a fun hike. It wasn't that bad. We didn't even run into anybody. What? How weird.
You took the long route, so although you did see streaks of phaser fire leaving the jungle and coming down from orbit occasionally.
God, the natives must have something to say about
Jeez.
that. They thought the beaming was.
It's taken you hours to convince the people of this planet you're on their side. You're not one of the hunters. They still won't let you into their underground city, but they let you into kind of like the village that controls access. You've started setting up the communications terminal, and you are getting pinged. Priority from Andromeda routed from Neptune.
I touch to my ear. I say, "Excuse me for a moment, sir," and I kind of step away from it and tap my ear comm to let it through.
You hear, all personnel on the planet. This is Commander Oliver of the USS Neptune. In approximately 5 minutes, we will be detonating a thermonuclear device at this location. Please evacuate the planet or take cover if not possible. And the message repeats 2 or 3 times. Like the first time definitely was her transmitting, but then it's automatically repeated. Like it
Right.
wasn't just an automated message. It started out as her saying it, and then automation repeated it to make sure you'd hear it.
I assume your security knowledge would let you know that a low yield bomb kilometers away is not or dozens of kilometers away is not an imminent
She
threat.
did not say the yield.
You said a
Oh.
thermonuclear device. Nuclear. That is devastating for any amount. I don't know
Well,
why
there
they're
are
using nukes,
clean
though.
nukes.
They're not using photon torpedoes for whatever insane reason,
I-
but, you know.
I don't know either.
Because it's lower yield than a photon torpedo.
Yeah,
I'll
but,
tell you that for free for being a. It is
yeah,
an
but one
older
leaves
weapon, so-
fallout, the other doesn't. One annihilates, one pollutes the
yeah,
planet.
one doesn't leave fallout because rather than just causing an explosion, it annihilates, literally destroys without trace everything.
Yeah.
So it is technically possible to make nuclear devices that don't cause fallout, and I would imagine that would be a priority for Starfleet.
Okay.
A half-life of 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, like
So
So-
I will clarify as Artan as a security officer. So you would expect them to do this in an emergency situation where the risks have been weighed and they've chosen the lowest yield weapon they have on board.
Yeah.
There aren't lower yield. There aren't photon torpedoes that are going to have, you know, really small diameters.
all that aside, is this village at risk?
If they're using this weapon for the reason they think you think they are, not in the short term. In the long term, it all depends on which way the wind blows today.
I look to the person for the village and say, I need you to gather everyone in this village right now in a central area. It's an emergency.
Presence command difficulty 4. If you try to explain
No.
the diff, I was about to say the diff would go down and then back up because you're giving information, but he disagrees with that information. But you would get to use security instead.
Nah, the command and security are the same anyway, so it works for me. I've done that. I've been slowly upping stuff on purpose. Fudge muffins and horse manure. Thinking. Yeah. What's the difficulty?
4.
I actually, much as I hate to say it, I will explain to them that I intend to get you all out of here. A large explosion's about to happen nearby, but I need you all to be in one spot for me to get you out of here.
I will say he will respond with, we can't evacuate the city below. There's
The primary
hundreds
thing
of
I'm worried about is
thousands.
people on the surface. People underground should be okay from this, but anyone on the surface is
says-
in danger. We have 5 minutes.
He says, then leave your weapon and you will come below with us. You can still try to convince him. I'm not.
I like his
Saying-
idea better. If you
Okay,
if,
I was
if,
about
if you
to
can
say-
if you can evacuate everyone underground as soon as possible, then let's do it.
If you drop your weapons, he'll take you with him. He doesn't know what your weapons are, but he assumes something you have is a weapon.
I will take the battery pack out of the pistol, like the charger, and then I'll drop the pistol on the ground. Because I'm not leaving a loaded
He
phaser laying
seems to
around.
take that on faith that you disarmed yourself.
Yeah.
And he will run underground with you.
I'm gonna make sure the away team comes with. Like all of us are gonna find cover underground.
Yeah. As the, I imagine as the responsible officer, everybody's just walked down the pathway, and that's when you see the blast go off, and then you start running down the pathway before the shockwave hits.
Yeah.
And we'll call that the end of the episode.
Ugh.
Man, we've
Ta-da.
not been we have not had a good track record these last couple missions.
You're welcome. No. But yes, for everyone
You're
watching,
welcome.
for everyone watching out there, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing and running, thank you very much for doing so. And rough mission, but hey, all the player characters got out alive, and the bad guy got destroyed. Probably, hopefully, he won't come back. But hope to see you all in another place another time. Bye.
Yeah, tune in for Wrath of Demonox.
That's the movie.
Yeah.
The effects get better, and you get to see the cloning happen in real time.
Yeah. We got to get a good, special effects artist to do like the whole process of cloning and
yeah,
turning him
that's
from
exactly
like
what
a
I was gonna
blob to a
say.
person.
Yeah,
And then
like
the like
really
chamber
cheesy 80s
opens.
CG.
Well,
Yeah,
remember, you don't have to do that. There is one of